Never seen it.
Definitely not how that song goes.
Yeah, I know.
Who threw the wagon?
That much I don't know. I'm still waiting for my connection to stabilize on my end with ping.
I will turn this wagon around, children.
All right, guys.
Shut up, Mr. Graveyard.
Stream is live. Let me open up all my shiznit.
You spin me right round, baby. Stop
Frog,
putting him
can
in.
I shoot Dillinger in the knee with a blunted arrow?
I don't think you'll hit him with your aim.
Sir, do you not remember last session? I never missed once with my bow.
They're large creatures.
I rolled a fucking 26.
Yeah, they're large creatures. They're really big.
I didn't realize
Lucky.
it was real
Let me
stature
put
day.
it this way.
Beginner's
Do you
luck.
really want to kill the one thing keeping Tente alive?
I rolled a fucking 11.
All right,
failed.
guys, let's fucking do this. And George, you're around, right? I didn't hear you in a bit.
He said he'd be right back.
Okay. Yeah, just keep me posted in that. All right, cool, guys. So, last we left off, having made your way through this wheat field / farmer's kind of cabin motif, discovering the inhabitants are mostly dead, except for just one individual, a younger man, probably 12, 13 years old of age. An interesting trade of words and ideologies and morals kick around, ultimately leading to this child fleeing, ne'er to be seen, taking the opportunity based off of Cain's vision. You fortify this location, freeing the goblin who had served you well, helping dig holes, feeling as if his debt was paid or something, letting him go. Shortly thereafter, returning through the field, holding his stomach, skin bubbling, eventually blows up, poof, into these goopy piles of melted, mashed muscle, sinew, and bone. And 3 different heaped piles. These 3 heaped piles manifesting into these disgusting troll-like monstrosities that began to attack. Dispatching them wasn't too difficult, although Cain did take a hell of a beating during that encounter. A hole is now in the rooftop of this cabin as one of these heaping monstrosities kind of crashed through to his weight was just unable to be taken in from the roof. Destroying these creatures is exactly where we left off. So we will pick up at that moment as the last strike cleaves down one of these troll-like monstrosities. We start with Thalia, as we typically do in our sessions. Thalia, having struck down one of these creatures, your blood drips. The blood of this creature drips off of your blade onto the floor, saturating the kicked up soil below. Your armor reflects some of the sunlight as you look down, kind of like a mirror reflecting sunlight onto the ground, a little patch of light. It seems to be tattered and kind of not a solid reflection. You look down at your armor, you also see blood and kind of guts caking it on as well. You look around and see your teammates, one of them in particular, Cain, pretty well beaten, but still alive. What is Thalia all about?
If I remember correctly, I had dropped to a knee or something on that
Sure.
last attack. Yeah, I don't remember
Perfectly cool.
exactly what it was. I'm just trying to remember what my state was at that time. I think. Do I even have any spells left at the moment? I do not. I'm gonna go over to Kane and uh, I guess I'll give him 10 points of healing
George, are you officially back yet?
from land hands.
All right. As you do so, Kane, taking a seat on the ground, I'm just going to autopilot him for the moment till he gets back. Receives your 10 points of healing. Someone please remind him when he gets here to take 10 points of healing when he can.
I changed his character accordingly on
even
the
better.
table.
Thank you very, very much.
Mm-hmm.
As your lay on hands, I believe is what you said you were doing, enters Kane's body. Eustace, not too far away from this happening, as you begin to dust yourself off, as you yourself, Eustace, had a pretty close encounter with one of these monstrosities. You look over the battlefield to see these melted piles of gooey nastiness. Where is Eustace all about in his mind right now?
He's gonna talk out loudly. Well, somebody wants you guys dead, huh? As he looks around the battlefield, looking over the burning, boiling goos on the ground.
Anyone is welcome to respond to that if they wish.
Silently.
As you flutter from the tree that you were kind of hoisted in, you flutter down, kind of gliding, and you kind of hit the brakes pretty quick. Eustace, you would feel kind of like the air pressure kind of just breeze over you and kind of helps push some of the dust off of your shoulder.
It must be nice to fly. You don't have to worry about getting hit.
Just say that now. Just wait until you're up in the air. And then a nice little arrow hits you square in the back and you fall from 30 feet. It's not a pleasant landing.
Guess not.
Didn't that happen like 2 days ago, Dillinger? I sure asked you with like a wink.
How close are you to me?
I was at like the corner of the house by the front door. So like, if you're by Eustace, you'll be able to see me.
Yeah, you're all in a relative proximity to each other.
Yeah, you're not in reach range as well as asking.
No.
No, I'm probably 10, 15 feet away from you.
Okay. He'll just kind of turn his head and go, and just kind of. That it did. And then he kind of
At
turns
least you're
back.
not dead.
It kind of like doing that shoulder roll, but like he uses his wings instead. It's like, yeah, but God, that's still sore from the landing.
Awesome. Grognar, you hear this conversation kind of happening. You look over the battlefield. It is what it is. Where's Grognar at?
Well, he would just be tending to whoever looks the most beat up.
So as you lean over the pretty one, as she lays her hands onto Kane once again showing the most signs of fucked upness, still sitting on the floor, in the process of thanking Thalia, as you yourself attempt to heal Kane as well for 7. If someone is willing to update his token, that would be great. Thank you.
I got it.
Thank you. Not a problem, Asher. All right. Since George, I think I just heard you mic up. You back? Take that as a no. Nevertheless, out from, I believe. Oh no, you sent him away, didn't you? The cook. I
He
remember
should be
correctly.
behind the
He sh-
house. We
Yeah,
put
he
like a
was
wagon behind the house, and the cook's behind there.
Got you. He'll
with
be
the cat and everything. Yeah.
yes, and forgive me, I seem to have forgotten his name for the moment.
Carl Winslow.
Carl, thank you. Carl kind of slowly scurries. He's got a kitten in his hand, a big kitten at this point in his hand, and he's kind of like, "Is it safe?"
Yeah, it's all set, Carl.
I heard the commotion. I heard a big bang. Sire, are you okay?
I'm fine. I got hit once, but Shield took it.
As he kind of comes around the corner to see the full front yard, he looks at fucking Kane on the ground. Oh, Kane! Kane, are you all right? Your audio
You
is
do
very
now
quiet.
have 47 HP, George.
Okay, hold on. Let me get. I'll go fix that in the audio.
Oh, you're good to go. I could hear you. It's just quiet. Nevertheless, while you were gone, you had a lay on hands put on you and a cure wounds put on you. Your health has already been adjusted for you. You're currently sitting on the floor with Thalia hovering over you as well as Grognar for the moment. As Carl Winslow, hey, you all right, Kane?
I've been better.
Oh, what can I do to help?
You know how to remove curses?
Curses? Oh, I don't do the black voodoo stuff.
Then any moral support you can give would be great.
Carrot stew! Carrot stew! Right on it, sir! And he kind of pulls behind back to the cart and wagon. You guys have open dialogue at this point here. The world is yours.
What happened?
I think Thalia wants to go out or go off and kind of clean up a bit.
Sure.
Kind of.
What's on your mind?
What time is it?
It would be around, I believe, midday at this point, right? No, you just woke up. You guys waited a little bit for the attack to happen. So it's like, let's say, pushing lunch.
Well, no, it was in the morning whenever we woke up. Kane told us that we had 24 hours, but that was the night before. So we figured out we had like 14 hours. So it was like evening by the time we fought them.
No, it was noon.
Or was it noon?
I'm pretty sure it's like midday, early noon-ish at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She called in the debt early. She broke
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. She's just going to clean up and start thinking about how we're going to proceed forward tactically. Maybe take a short rest.
Sure. As you bring that up, you could hear kind of crows kind of cawing in the distance here. The wind kind of thwips through. Can you lower that a little bit, please? The wind kind of thwips through the high grass and the wheat field, the curtains in the broken glass window, you can see them kind of like fluttering in the wind as it kind of enters the house. The front door kind of like in the wind, just like, like a fucking saloon door in a way. The hole in the roof occasionally kind of splinters off with some of the breezes. Some of the tile and the hay or the thatched rooftop kind of flicks up in the wind as well. As you look around and ask everybody's opinion for what's next on the agenda. Looks like everyone is kind of hovering over in reflection, deep reflection for the previous fight, as everyone seems to currently be speechless.
Need to find that bitch.
Yeah.
No. We need to find her, gut her, and
Well, we were headed to that town that you guys were from, right?
Yeah, and she wasn't too far away from the town. I say we take what supplies we can from this house, and head the way we were headed to go and try and find her. We have to deal with her before we try dealing with anything else.
I'm not in great position to travel.
Do what? You got really robotic for me.
I'm not in a great position to travel. I'm pretty much tapped out, aside from hit points.
I mean, you still got a sword.
Time check?
It's like midday.
Yeah.
Well, that will be in the town in one day, so should we just hit the road and get as much ground as we can?
Yeah, we're still a few days away from the town.
Oh.
Know of.
Do what?
That we know of.
Well, we know it took us at least a week to get from Beaton to Mirladar, so I mean, we know we have at least a week or so to go to get there, and we had to waste a day cutting out from brush. We've only been away from Mirladar for 3 days. Oh, this is our 4th day away from Mirladar, so
with a wagon and a horse, though.
Yeah, but we also it took us 5 days walking in a somewhat straight line, but we also had to waste one whole day cutting ourselves out of brush, so that we've only been on the road traveling actually 3 days.
Well, let's not waste another second then. Hey, Carl, why don't you go see if you can pick some fresh veggies in the fields over there?
Already on it, sir. Already on it. I found these fresh carrots back here. Look at this. It's like a whole field.
Wow.
Awesome.
Just give me a minute. You have another bag?
No, maybe you can use some of the sheets inside.
Brilliant. Okay, hold on. He kind of, you hear shuffling from inside the house, things crashing over. He kind of comes out with a bed sheet. You're right. I got it. Oh my God, cabbage!
Nice.
We'll be eating good.
Asher's just gonna shake his head and walk out to the cart to check on Jaeger, the cat.
The cat's doing marvelous, as it's kind of in the back. It's huddled down in the corner, curled in a ball, purring itself to sleep, as lazy cats tend to do, especially young ones.
Well, he's just gonna sit back there with it and spend some time with it, playing with him and everything.
As you're playing with the cat, just in the background, you hear, "Broccoli! Broccoli!"
This man has simple pleasures. At least he can cook.
Hey, Frog, can you show a rough X on the map on the table where Beaton is in relation to us?
Just disconnected from tabletop again.
Oh. Okay.
Remember, these maps are more, they're not to scale, they're more of reference material.
Yeah.
Are y'all still on tabletop?
Yeah, it was just,
Oh, okay. Well, fuck me then.
MC Executioner is barely hanging on, though.
What do you mean? I'm fine.
It says you have a bad connection right next to you.
I actually see Cobalt in a bad connection at the moment.
Yeah.
Yep. Which doesn't shock me.
Jumping up and down.
It's all good.
Most of you are hovering around the.
I think it's a tabletop. I think it's tabletop simulator servers. They've been kind of doing this for about 2 or 3 weeks now. Nevertheless, all right, guys. So let's just fast forward a half an hour. I know that Thali wanted to clean herself up. Grognar definitely was going to peace out and kind of start doing his book stuffs. We haven't heard specifically Asher's intentions at this moment. So Asher, take it away. You have a half hour to burn. What are we doing during this time?
I'm checking on the cat and spending some time with it, and just making sure he's doing okay. And then I'm gonna go just kind of walk the perimeter with him, and just look around and stuff, and try seeing if I can get him to like follow me if I set him down and have him like do a little training with him, if you will. use some of the
Sure.
cooked mice that I have as like treats to get them to follow me and stuff.
Absolutely. And as you do so, you're walking the grounds. You look around. You have the cat following you a little bit here. You kind of coax it with some rations or some sort of meat, that you happen to have on your person, or at least you pulled it from maybe the reservoir bank that you have back there, the barrel of food or what have you. You come to this weeping willow, and this weeping willow that's about, let's call it 50 yards off of where you guys had your battle. Very much everything is still very much in eyesight and audible as well. But this weeping willow, it seems to be in mid bloom, and as the breeze is kind of kicking through, the weeping willow looks like it's kind of dancing, and you see a couple of white petals that just kind of flutter off, and it reminds you of snowy days. And it's quite beautiful as these white petals just kind of litter the ground and they spread. And as another breeze kicks in, it's almost like a wave of water of this white petals that just kind of brush across the ground. The air is sweet to the smell as these petals kind of surround you and engulf you. You make your way closer to the tree, and it's a thicker tree. You're looking at a good 5 foot wide to maybe even 10 foot wide trunk of this tree. This is a very, very old tree. It's not entirely vertical, like super high vertical, but it's large enough to dwarf you easily. You take a good close look with your passive perception. You see carvings kind of into the stump, and it looks to be a couple of them, and they seem to be in oblong shapes and angles and directions.
All right, I'll go closer and examine them.
Easy. You don't even need to roll for that, as it's pretty clear as day. You see initials: BR, ER, another BR, CR, and DR. And they seem to be in different handwritings. I don't know if that's the right word when you carve something.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
It looks like multiple people did it.
Correct.
Okay. Kind of getting the sense that this was like the family's tree and everything. I'm actually going to go and sit down at the base of the trunk with Jaeger in my lap, kind of crisscross applesauce with Jaeger in my lap, and just hold him there. And I'm actually going to start praying to the Wild Mother for guidance and in hopes that she's can help guide us on our quest to deal with this hag, and if she can watch over that family that we had to dispatch and the young boy that left, and just kind of just having a little conversation with her. And
absolutely. Why don't you roll me a religion check real quick, please?
1 second. A 6.
As you sit there, you put your back to the trunk, and the day's gorgeous, man. You couldn't have asked for a prettier day. The weather's perfect. T-shirt and jeans, slight chill to the breeze, but it's a crispness that's refreshing more so than uncomfortable. The clouds are puffy white cumulus clouds that just kind of slowly creep across the sky as you see the rest of your party in the distance as you play with Senor Kitty Kitty. Eustace, you see Asher in the distance, sitting at the base of a tree. What have you been doing for the past half hour?
He's just reading his spell book over, making sure he's trying to think about the battle that's to come and what's going to be useful and not useful.
Sure.
While he waits for Carl to get some vegetables.
What are some of the decisions Eustace made while reading through this book as you peruse through all your known spells?
He's prepping to cantrip formula, switch out a cantrip later tonight.
As you read over, you squint your eyes because you seem to have forgotten the name of the spell. You try to read it again. What was the name of the spell? Oh shit, I gotta open my spell book real quick.
I believe he's looking at Chill Touch.
You scratch your chin as you ponder over the choice of Chill Touch. As you begin to read its descriptive text and the proper incantations and hand movements. As you sit there studious, Grognor would peek at you, staring into this book. And it appears for a moment that Grognor feels some sort of similarity in behavior. Grognor, do you approach?
I actually would approach, kind of
Sure.
confused on what's going on.
You know, scurry over, you kick up some dirt. At the same time, a breeze picks up here and kind of, that little dust cloud just kind of billows out away from you guys. You're about 5 feet away from Eustace.
Smart human. Are you, by any chance, also a man with a pact?
A pact? What does that mean?
Yes, do you gain your magic from someone you trust?
No, my magic's my own.
Sorry, it's just the way you look at your book and your actions make it seem as if you do something similar to what I do.
Well, there's always going to be similarities when we're casting.
You're an interesting man. And
What's
your
what's the
magic.
coolest spell you can cast?
I can cast many spells. Though most of them I can just cast at will, but I would have to say a spell that I'm the most adept at would be a spell to control the minds of people and put them under my bidding. But I tend to try and avoid that spell, as many see it as evil.
Hey, whatever gets the job done, right?
Yes, which is why I avoid using it, and instead use probably the most common spell for casters that do things similarly to me. It's a force, an energy that shoves through people, to put it simply. And as you become a stronger caster, you can fire more in a quicker succession. It has a decent range. I could hit someone from 600 feet with the spell.
Can you even see 600 feet?
I can. Not well, but I can.
I'd just like to point out,
That's
Casey has
awesome.
went through like 4 different accents in this this
I
single
thought it was
conversation.
beautiful. Fucking Casey's character, Kobe. Too soon? Nevertheless.
Never
It's
too
only
soon.
a rocky landing.
Oh, man. That's awful. Dillinger.
Flying high like a diamond.
Much like the helicopter, that joke didn't land well.
Dillinger. You know, you're in the proximity, you know, and you're hearing Grognard talk essentially what you describe as patronage, you know, and just the concept of
We lost Frog.
And the concept of Badoop.
I love
I
our
don't know.
happiness.
God has left us. We are forsaken.
I don't know what the fuck that was, but let me make sure my stream is still going. 1 second.
Yeah.
Mic check.
love
Yeah,
how-
it's still going. All right. So, sorry about that. So buttons. Yes. Okay. So Dillinger, you absolutely hear Grognar kind of speaking on behalf of patronage and acquiring magic by a trusted means. Clearly, it's something that radiates in your head. I'm not sure if you guys already have crossed that conversation, but it kind of, you know, it kind of resonates with you a little bit as you feel interests are piqued.
Interests are peaked.
Okay. Yeah. Um.
We haven't even touched that road together.
No, we haven't.
I kind of forgot we were both warlocks.
So did I.
Are y'all about to touch tips?
No.
No.
We're about to touch ass cheeks.
They're just this far.
Oh, so y'all are docking. Got it.
Yeah, we're docking.
Uh. Shit, I'm trying to think of how to word this.
Just wing it off the cuff. You got it.
Yeah, come on, Dillinger, wing it.
I can't look at the camera right now because of fucking Josh. But
I'm adorable.
I mean, we're hoping this bromance succeeds.
Let him get his RP out real quick.
Oh.
1 sec.
Yeah, I guess Dillinger will kind of like walk over and all stuff. It's like, and I'll is someone or see. Trying to think just how like, yeah, I mean, oh, so you made a pact too?
You made pact with someone you trust.
Wouldn't say it's not necessarily someone I trust, but someone that helped raise me, trusted.
Understandable. Making
Hey,
trust.
she looks. She looks after she looks after my father and myself.
My friend, he just makes sure I know what to do at times, and also how to gain mass of magic, to be able to teach others, and to be taught what others know.
Mine gave me a. For me, I ended up making a pact. Due to the man who raised me. His life was saved by how and all stuff went out on sea. Something about drowning in an anchor and tied to it, and he ended up making a pact with her and all stuff. And all stuff saved his life, and then growing up in the town where I did, looking as I am, I didn't quite fit in with the rest of the orphanage, and ended up elsewhere. Growing up with him as a guider, kind of just taught me the ways, and I just kind of followed him.
Tabletop crash again, by the way.
I can understand.
Can't hear you, Frog, if you're trying to talk to us.
Tabletop crashed again. The servers are really having problems tonight. I'm gonna reload it up
Okay.
again. Sorry about that.
Shit. I didn't even realize that.
I can understand where you feel, winged man.
Yeah.
As a person of what I am and what I used to be, I'm not looked at the best. And for some of the things I say, for I do not always think the most when I say, I cause problems for myself and for others.
Look, you'll catch no flack from me. Hell, just look at my appearance. More people are afraid of me than you.
This is fair.
As he kind of just nods and all stuff. Yeah.
I have much respect for you. By the way, what did your friend give you? I was given a book.
Oh, so, oh, give me a second. I'm trying to think how thematic this. Okay. So, he kind of, Dillinger kind of goes to hold out his hand and all stuff. As Tintic kind of comes up over his shoulder, kind of sits his hand. Like, I can't really show you without using the power myself, but I can show demonstrations of sorts. Tente, if you would. And she kind of takes the form of a inky black tentacle in his palm and all stuff that kind of moves.
It
Oh,
thwips
stuff.
it thwips around. It kind of
Yeah.
dances in your hand, and occasionally a little ink
Yeah.
drip falls off of it.
Oh, the thing that you did yesterday, well, earlier today, forgot it was still the same day, when we were fighting those drippy thingies.
Yeah, it's the creature that I made the pact with. They gave me this. They gave my father figure something else and all stuff that was a little bit more physical for him, but everyone gets, I guess, their own different thing.
Interesting. Must say, you have quite the interesting friend from above. Oh, something I forgot to say. My friend also gave me some of their blood. I am now considered his child. It's why I can cast spells to heal.
Dillinger will kind of like, as he says that, like his eyebrows kind of go up as he kind of eyes go up and then kind of settle down into like that bridged eyebrow as he kind of just takes a little bit lean over from you. It's like, and what? It's just kind of just that don't want to know.
Oh, his magic fused with me, and now I wouldn't say I'm a cleric, but I can do things similar to a cleric. So I guess my lies about being a cleric become more true.
Uh-huh.
Guys, TTS is up, by the way. As this conversation's happening, Kane, you're still lying on the floor listening to every word of this. You are welcome to join in. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Sorry, I was muted because someone was talking to me from the hallway.
It's all good.
All right, Grognar.
Yes, old man?
Do you know remove curse?
Not yet. I'm not that strong yet. Apologies.
I could really use that remove curse spell right now.
If we kill the hag, she can't put the curse on you anymore. Right? That's how curses work. I'm pretty sure that's how curses work.
It depends on the curse.
Oh. Well, then eventually I could take the curse off. Just not yet. Sorry, old man.
It's okay.
Kane,
Yeah.
give me a Constitution saving throw.
Damn it!
Fuck.
Okay, hold on.
Oh god.
Please be good. 18.
Okay. You feel something inside your stomach, but it doesn't seem to be painful, but it's very uncomfortable as you feel it starting to like almost push out of you.
It's like there's something in my stomach trying to push out of me.
Yeah, take a
I
dump.
have an idea.
Oh no.
And
I'm
that's how
afraid to
characters die.
Okay, old man, do you think if I reached an ethereal hand into your stomach and felt around, I could pull whatever's trying to come out?
You know what? Go for it.
Frog, I cast
have-
Mage Hand.
Many questions and much concern.
So, Link Mage Hand, because I believe you need to see what's going on. Let me just confirm by reading it real quick. If you want to link that for me right quick. Spectral
I
hand.
don't like where
point
this
you
is
choose
going.
within range. The hand lasts for the duration. Blah 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 blah. The hand vanishes if it is ever more than 30 feet away. Blah 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 blah. You can use actually control the hand. You can use your hand to manipulate an object. Open, unlock door. Yada yada yada. You know what? Rule of cool. I'm willing to let the spectral hand enter, but it can't be fully not seen. So, like, I'm willing to let it go, like the finger kind of dip in, but anything beyond the second knuckle is not cheating. No, I'm just kidding. So anything beyond the second knuckle.
You can't go full. You can't go
Two
full
knuckles
deep.
doesn't count. Not even.
But, you know, if it goes beyond that, you will lose control of your mage hand.
Just like to point out, Grognar is about to penetrate Kane.
No, I was
I
hoping
just
it would
touched
work
him.
because technically you could put a mage hand through key locks.
Yeah, but you
And
can
open
also
it from
see
the
through a
inside.
key lock.
I did.
I
not
can
invasive
see
key
through
lock.
his organs.
It's all good. So what do you want to do with?
Me and Thalia did none of this.
So what do you want to do with your mage hand?
Put
I'm
it
gonna
in
see
the
if I
drop
can make
box.
him hurl. Old man, don't fight this. And I move away from his mouth.
Dillinger's going to just take a couple steps back and away from this.
So how do you try to make
Like
him hurl?
big, broad
I
steps.
try and like initiate his gag reflex by like flicking his uvula.
Oh,
Kane,
you son of a bitch.
give me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage, please.
Grognar's
With an
fingering his
11.
uvula.
With an 11, you feel like a and it's coming up slowly, and eventually you just expel this. What was the last meal Kane ate?
That was like
That's
over a
stew
day
from the
ago.
cow.
It was that super whatever from
You're right,
that was
from
inside the
inside.
house.
Cause like
Yep.
a kind of concoction of stew, as you see like chunky blotches just kind of pouring out on the floor. As that happens, Carl comes out with a sack of guys. Oh no, that's not right. And he kind of turns back. You begin to hurl in a seated position in this pile of partially digested stew.
I don't stop
Unfortunately-
flicking it.
All right, con save again.
Wait, what?
So
Am I still at disadvantage?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Ian.
you're at the point now that you're down to bile.
Okay. Stop! Stop!
Grognar stops.
Now,
Pineapple's his safe word.
Kane, I want you to give me one more Constitution saving throw. This time regular.
Why don't you just bite down on it? I'm pretty sure a human can generate more than 5 pounds of pressure.
Hey.
With an 8, you start to feel this immense pain in your abdomen. Let's say to the left side of your belly button. It feels like pressure pushing its way out.
Oh, 10 pounds.
Roll me a d4, Kane.
Okay.
Okay.
One.
You take 1 point of piercing damage as you rip open your armor in that area, whatever you're wearing over your belly, kind of to make it to be seen, and you see a little blood dribbling what appears to be a small hole. Inside this small hole, you see something poking out. It's literally not enough to identify what it is.
Ew.
It is painful.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna
Anybody
be
got
sick.
any ideas?
I'm still under a tree praying.
Dillinger kind of witnessing all this, kind of goes, "I think I'm gonna be sick," as he kind of turns for a second from the puking. As Tente just pukes a little blacky bubble herself.
I can see the creature that's poking out, right?
You
I
would
can't
see,
identify it.
like,
but I
imagine
can
a
see.
splinter, and a splinter is just poking out, but it's a big enough splinter that you'll see this little white dot, like a white head, that's inside of a hole. But the hole's still tiny. He only took 1 point of piercing damage, so it looks like it's digging its way out.
I'm gonna go get Thalia.
Would
As
Sacred
Dillinger goes to walk
Flame
off
be
to-
able
for her.
to hit it?
I mean, you're welcome to cast Sacred Flame on Kane.
Well, I was
Dillinger
hoping I
will-
could avoid hitting Kane because it is just a dexterity saving throw against it.
In me, you can't avoid.
I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no.
Dang, okay, never mind then. Old man, stay still.
Why?
I kind of put my hands like this around it and act like I'm popping a pimple.
Oh,
Absolutely.
hold on. Oh,
Wouldn't it just be easier to get leeches?
why are we...
Wanna use the
Dillinger's
mage
going to
hand?
walk away yelling for Thalia.
Well,
Hold on. We got this. So as you're
wouldn't be
putting
able to
pressure, on what appears to be something digging its way out of Kane's abdomen area, let me spot check. Who's still in the air? We still have Dillinger, Eustace. You technically are within eye and earshot of this. And Athalia, you said you fucked off to clean yourself.
Yeah.
So I want to say, let's just say you're not reasonably in the immediate area, although you could probably be called. So I got Eustace, basically. That's it. So Eustace, I mean, you're witnessing all this. You saw Kane like scream.
I'm watching this with my mouth open. It was like, are you sure you know what you're doing? Like,
You know what he's doing?
I know
don't know if
nothing
that's a
of
good
medicine.
idea.
I'm just copying what the shaman did once in the village.
Roll me a medicine check, please.
Oh.
Oh, you are in for a treat because I have a -1 wisdom.
Oh. Please don't high. No,
You
I don't like
push.
that laughter.
You push hard on his abdomen.
No.
So the cool thing is as you're pushing in,
Cool
there
thing is-
definitely is something physically in his abdomen that, as you push down, it doesn't sink in with it. It's just there. If anything, it kind of helps dig itself out a little bit as you're putting pressure on the skin to push it through. At this point, a little thorn pops out of Kane's abdomen area. Kane, roll me a d4, please.
I'm sorry for what I'm about to do.
You take another point of piercing damage as at this point you see like a 1/4 inch thorn popping out of your belly, and it still seems to be pushing and pushing and pushing its way out. In fact, you see, not you as in Kane, but you as in Grognar, you see it kind of moving, kind of like trying to like cut its way out, shredding the sides of this little hole in his abdomen. At this point, the hole is probably the size of, let's say,
Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Well,
Cut it out.
pencil
Cut it
eraser.
out.
With my gauntleted hand, I just reach in and rip it out.
Oh no! I stop it.
Like with
I
my
will
2
stop you
fingers, I
doing
kind
that.
of reach around it and just rip it out of him.
No, I will stop him. I will do.
I'll tell you what.
I don't care how.
I'm gonna treat that as a fun PvP rule. So as you get the bright idea to and dig in, Kane, your instincts as a hunter, you grab him by the wrist just before his gauntlet kind of lands into your stomach, and you kind of hold his hand in place. You look at Grognar and offer him a phrase.
We're gonna cut this out. We're not gonna rip. We're not gonna tear. We're gonna get a knife and cut it out. You are not ripping this thing out of me.
Kane,
no.
before the next word, hold on. Kane, as you're saying this, give me another Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
16?
With a 16, you still feel the digging, but you bite your bottom lip as the pain is excruciating enough but doesn't seem to yield much damage. You're just toughing it out at this point, but it does seem like it's on its way out.
Go get Asher. Go get Thalia. We're cutting it out.
Oh, I have no idea where a pretty lady or a big chief is.
Walk outside and yell for them.
Krogner goes outside. What spells do I have? Do I have thaumaturgy? I do not have thaumaturgy. Do I have minor illusion? I don't have minor illusion.
Kane, are you yelling in pain? Is that I'm sorry, is that a yes?
Yes,
Yes,
I'm
okay.
yelling. I'm yelling.
Roll me a performance check, Kane, as you shout.
16.
Thalia, whoever's not in the circumference, roll me a perception check. If you beat a 16, or rather, if you roll... Hold on, how am I doing that? DC set, let's just say, if you roll above an 8.
16.
21.
21. You both hear the shoutings of Kane. As you both are attentive to Kane's distress call, actually, Asher, you would see fucking Grognar with his hand like this, getting ready to kind of plunge it into Kane. You see Kane kind of holding it back.
I am going to pick up Jaeger and run over there and just be like, what in the fuck is going on?
Thing coming out of old man. Need knife. Cut it out.
Get it out.
Okay,
Now.
step back, and I'm going to kneel down, and I'm going to holler for Dillinger and hand him Jaeger, and then I'm going to take one of my my dagger from that I keep at my back, pull it out, look at Kane, and be like, this is probably going to hurt a lot.
I give Kane the butt of my short sword to bite the leather handle.
Oh, I was going to give him one of my gloves, but yeah, that works.
All the same, yep.
Yep. This is. Are you sure you want me to cut this out?
I'd rather someone cut it out than it rip itself out.
All this talking,
Gotcha.
all this talking. Kane, give me a Constitution saving throw. At disadvantage. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Well,
Damn.
just roll it again.
Oof.
6. Never mind. 6.
Roll me a D4.
A 1.
You take 3 points of slashing damage as Asher kind of leans forward, getting ready to kind of perform this pseudo surgery. You see the thorn go into the body, and then you see kind of movement in the abdomen as if it's relocating itself to the other side of his belly button.
Could have
All
let
right,
me tear it out.
No, we need. All right, we need to get it to pop out, and then hold on to it while I cut.
Oh, I'm
You're-
getting permission to grab it?
You're bleeding.
You're not ripping it out.
Kane, you're currently bleeding from that hole. Once again, it's about the size of a pencil eraser width. However, the blood that's coming out of you seems to be black. It's kind of like a black, oily kind of a vision, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Ichor.
Like an ichory kind of a motif, yeah. And it has a pungent odor to it. It's almost also lined with like what looks like pus.
Okay. Just... Can I grab a hold of it in my on my abdomen?
It's your abdomen, so yeah, you could definitely pin it down. And as you hold it with your hands in the corner here, you actually feel resistance through your skin as it seems to trying to maneuver its way around, and it's not going past your abdomen, your fucking rock hard 8-pack fucking abs of fucking shit steel, and you just kind of hold it there.
While he's holding it there, I'm gonna make an incision.
Okay, I'm not gonna have you
And-
roll to hit. However, I want you to roll the damage of your dagger.
Just like a flat D4, or would I add my modifier to it as well?
let's go with just the roll damage. You're not trying to kill this man, so I'm willing to say you can control your
All right.
strength.
Then I'll just roll a d4 then.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy. 3.
You take an additional 3 slashing damage as you peel open the skin in his abdomen. It literally kind of spurts. This black ichor kind of slams into your cheek a little bit and drips down kind of like your chin hair.
Into my beard.
Into your beard a little bit. And actually it drips as if it was like cyst fluid in a way.
What do I see? Was I cut right where the thing was?
Absolutely. As you peer through the black ichor and blood and pus, you see a white, fleshy mass. Almost kind of looks like a giant maggot with spines coming across all over the place.
I reach in and try and grab it.
Sure. You grab it. It can't move, so I mean I'm gonna give you the free grab. Oh, pardon me, I almost just purged there. As you grab this creature, its spines go shink. I need you to take 4 points of piercing damage in your hand.
Okay.
As it forces you to kind of in shock, you let it go real quick and it kind of plops on the floor and begins to kind of like skither on the floor.
Everyone,
hold on, getting there. Give me a second. Dillinger did back away when the vomit was happening, so I'm going to say he's not close enough to make a reaction. But Grognar can make a reaction. Asher, because you got spined in shock, you can make a reaction, but at disadvantage because you're still in that shock, which is within 1 second window. But Grognar, you absolutely can. And, you know what, fuck you, Kane, not you, because you got a hole in your stomach.
I support that decision.
Absolutely. So, starting with Grognar, you want a reaction with your mage hand, is that correct?
Yes, I want to grab it.
Okay.
I was trying to stab it with my dagger.
Okay, and we're going to get to you in a second here. As you attempt to grab, why don't you make me a grapple check, Grognar?
Alrighty.
Unfortunately, my 15 takes out your 11. As you go to grab it, and the speed of this creature just kind of pummels through the resistance of your mage hand. It just kind of cuts through it all the way. Although, Asher, roll damage.
Six damage.
You throw this dagger into the ground. It actually clips into the tail of this creature. Well, what would be a tail? I think of a giant maggot. The maggot itself is maybe about, you know what? It's about the size of this, the yellow part, the flotation device on this.
All right.
You clip it on like the last 3 inches of its tail, and it rips through it as the tail is split open, and it still skithers into the high grass or in towards the wheat field, out of sight.
Kane, do you feel anything else inside you?
Do I, Frog? Do I feel anything else inside me?
At the moment, all you feel is a hole in your stomach. No movement.
I felt a hole in the stomach. No movement.
Well, I can help with that. I'll grab my dagger and set my hand where the hole is and cast like a first level cure wounds on him.
Sure. The cure wounds doesn't sew up or stitch up the wound, but it does prevent more bleeding from happening as it cauterizes the wound of sorts, but magically.
I'll take it.
What?
At this point,
Doesn't close the wound, but it cauterizes it.
yeah, like it doesn't. For example, he still is an opened wound. It's just not profusely bleeding. The capillaries have been staved off. You know, that kind of thing.
The flesh didn't stitch itself back together.
Correct.
It's just...
Okay.
Usually,
You got
higher level heal spells and magically stitch for me. Lower level, not so much.
well, you got 7 points of healing.
Don't ignore Grognar also healing, old man.
What'd you get down to, Kane?
15.
God.
Hey, hey, old man, add another 17 to that. As I use my final spell slot.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Eustace, Dillinger.
Where the hell is my character?
Did he put you in the graveyard again?
So
He put you in the graveyard again.
Eustace and Dillinger. I mean, you just witnessed all of this. You know, I don't know if you have any 2 cents to add to that.
You should just watch the whole thing and goes, whoa. He just says whoa as he watches over everything. Alright, you guys ready to get going?
Yes.
Dillinger kind of just looks away from it, trying not to look too closely at anything.
Ragnar sleep now.
Kane, any thoughts on what that was inside your stomach?
I can only begin to guess.
Everyone that's in the outdoor there that bore witness to this, give me a perception check, please. Regular.
Say that again. Like, who's supposed to do that?
Anyone who is within proximity of this operation.
I rolled a 23.
Yes, sir.
17.
Oh my gosh, I got double digits. It's a miracle.
Kane and Asher, you hear zzz kind of vibrating in the wheat field. As you look over your shoulder to kind of focus on it, you see this, what could best be described as some sort of insectoid, zzz, fly off into the sky and into the distance.
Before it gets too far away, can I try and shoot it for a 29?
You got to roll disadvantage though.
All right, disadvantage.
Yeah, it's not a big bug and it's far away.
All right, 13.
I'm sorry to waste
Or
that
sorry.
20.
Are you really though?
I am, because that would have been poetic. But yeah, I thought you usually roll in doubles. That's why I didn't say anything. Nevertheless, yeah, your arrow whizzes by it, almost clipping it.
Damn it.
Yeah, you were unable to Miyagi this bitch. Nevertheless, guys, so all that happened. Kane, you look down, and that gooey blackness still drips from your abdomen. As you wipe it clean, you look at it, and it's very sludgy. It's not tar. It's just very sludgy, and it has this noxious fume to it. It smells pretty rank. Think of like rotting garbage to a degree.
Ragnar starts cleaning everything up.
I don't know what that was. I just know that whatever we're gonna do, we gotta do it soon. I don't know if she's can send anything else through me like that again, but I'd rather not find out.
Most rituals consume the thing that was used as a medium.
Are you telling me I lost my ear for good?
Probably.
That's a bitch.
Higher level spells can bring it back, though.
Oh, let's hope we can find a mage that's high enough level.
There's bound to be a church somewhere.
If you're willing to wait a while, I think I can learn how to do that.
If anything, we could always go back to Mirador and Thalia. Saint Thalia over there could be like, give this man his ear back.
That would probably like ruin her followers though. Whenever they see that Thalia can't bring back an ear.
She's a maiden of war, not a maiden of healing.
Exactly. Don't worry.
Yeah.
If that were to happen, we would figure something out.
All right, Kane, get your ass in the wagon.
I assist him.
To the cart and climb into the back of the wagon.
Yeah, I would say I'll
Kane
assist
bleed
you.
out?
No, Kane's still alive.
Why do you sound so sad about it?
Yeah, why do you sound so sad about
I'm
that?
not. I'm not.
He's
It's been a long
not
week.
sad.
No. I'll give you. And as you get in the cart, I give you Jaeger as like an emotional support kitty.
I thought I was still holding him.
Yeah, I took him back from you. I just didn't feel like role playing it. But yeah, I would have
That's
taken
shorthand
Jaeger
for fuck
back.
you, Dillinger.
I would have taken. I didn't feel like it would be fucking necessary. I kind of figured y'all would think I got my cat back once we stabilized Kane.
As
But-
you assist Kane into the back of the cart, you're met with Carl there. You look like hell.
I feel worse.
I'll
You feel a soft purring on your lap.
whip you up some comfort food.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay, team, as you take all the events that happened here, what is the plan?
Grognar sleeps.
To the town.
Yeah,
Right.
it's head to beaten.
King tries not to move. His everything hurts.
So give me marching
Everything
orders.
hurts.
Where are you guys on this cart? So you have one horse, I believe.
We have a goat.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry. So you have a goat.
Okay.
Who is
We're in
where?
Ramsey.
I'll drive it, I guess.
Okay.
I'll
Kane's in the
be
back.
outside on the left.
Okay.
I'll be in my usual spot ahead of the cart, kind of keeping an eye out, looking around.
Okay. So go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say Dillinger's going kind of just chill on top.
The canopy itself, it's literally just like a canopy.
Oh,
with some,
okay.
Yeah, with some ribs.
Damn.
It's not designed to hold weight.
Wait, didn't we decide not to put the canopy back on to save time when we were
Yep,
fixing
the
the cart?
canopy's gone. It's just
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
it's
a
a
I didn't know that.
covered wagon.
Okay. Oh, okay. Then I guess Dillinger would kind of be hovering above it, just kind of, and all stuff as it moves. He's just kind of flying, hovering above it.
Absolutely. How high up?
Doing the carts. Cart would be like about 5-10 feet up overall. So I guess 20 feet into the air because that'd be 10 feet up above the cart.
Okay. Fantastic. As you hit the road where you guys, pick up where you left off when you first got here and murdered Daddy. As
Thalia murdered Daddy.
as you
Oh, we still have Ranger
continue.
We're a team, and that was a team effort.
What was that?
We all.
No, you certainly put an I in team for that one.
Yeah, you definitely put the I in team.
As you all gather your shit together and kind of reflect back in the past 24 hours, as weird as it was, you continue to head south. This dirt road zigs, zags. You get a couple hours down the road. It's, uneventful for the most part, as the sun begins to dim in the sky a wee bit. This daylight reveals slowly a curtain of stars that twinkle. The moon cresting over the mountains to your east, over your left shoulders, as you start to see the full moon rise over the Whitestone Mountains.
Oh boy.
Thalia has a moment of reflection as she looks over there and says, "Oh boy," in concern. What is Thalia thinking right now?
Out of character. How do you rule the paladin's divine health with magical diseases like lycanthropy and vampirism and shit like that? Or do I know?
Repeat the question again. I know what you're asking, but
Oh.
I'm trying to give you the right answer here.
So paladin. Well, let me check the wording on it. I guess it'd
It's
probably be
poison
smart.
and disease, I believe, is what the paladins are good
Yeah,
at.
but isn't lycanthropy a disease?
It depends.
It's a curse.
It depends. There are natural occurrences, there are magical occurrences, as well as cursed occurrences. It really depends.
But what does Thalia know? That's what I care about.
I can't tell you what Thalia knows. I guess the question I would ask you is, in your history, in Thalia's history, would she have come across any kind of teachings or knowledge of, I guess in this case here, the wear disease?
Lycanthropy.
Okay.
Thank you. So that would
All
be
right.
the question I ask you. If you're going to tell me yes, that you would have come across, then I'm willing to roll with that.
Well, I'd love to say yes, but I really don't know because I thought I'd have some understanding of the Underdark too, but apparently not.
No,
when
you
we
had,
were down there.
you definitely know about militaristically speaking, movements and whatnot, and the whole liaison between cities and whatnot. I forgot the exact word we used when we had
Let
that
me-
discussion.
Let me pose the question like this: Are
Yes.
monsters like lycanthropes common enough that it would be something that field patrols would come across at
Uh,
some sort of
yes,
regular
there would
basis?
be a general knowledge. Correct.
Okay. So then, if that's the case, I think she would know that other people within her order would have come across lycanthropes, and therefore she would know the answer, yes or no.
Yeah, there are some disease-based
Okay.
things of lycanthropy. Why can't I ever fucking say that word?
Lycanthropy.
Thank you. I'm just
Okay.
gonna point, and every time I point, just say that word.
I got you,
Okay.
boo boo.
So yeah, so you definitely would know
Lycanthropy.
from a disease standpoint. You know what I mean? Unless you're a studious researcher of,
Lycanthropy.
then I'd give you more information about.
Lycanthropy.
Fantastic.
Do I get DM inspiration for being your voice box?
I'll consider it.
Okay.
I just get
Depends on how
extra
much-
10 XP.
Depends on how many more times he has to have you say lycanthropy this session.
Thank you, baby.
Everybody asks about lycanthropy. Daddy needs his inspiration.
Talia is
Talia?
thinking about how naked she feels without any silvered weapons or any spell slots to make her strikes magical. That's all she's got right now.
As you think of this, you guys are currently riding, for a couple of hours. Those that are not doing anything crazy, you're all capable of taking a short rest during this time, or at least gain the benefits if you wish. However, as you think this over, and even though there's still twilight in the sky, so the sun's not it's not dark yet, it's like dusk. However, all of you would hear screaming
Oh boy.
coming from a little inside of the tree line. As you're heading south, more trees seem to become apparent, so it's kind of like a grassland with more trees kind of present. But you would hear screaming coming from that way.
I would look over there, and with my dark vision, do I see anything?
Dark vision is not really a thing right now. However, you would see the shouting coming from what looks to be like a rocky outcropping, a small little nodule of stone, and you'll see the top of some individual's head. You can't quite see it as it's currently behind, but you also see what looks like this pointed stinger. And you hear, "Ah! Help! Ah! Help! Someone!"
Someone's in trouble, and I ready my bow and relay what I just saw.
What do you see?
Top of someone's head and a tail with a stinger, and they just yelled for help.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just out of,
Getting
out of
right
character.
to the point, are we?
Out of character. Did you hear? Someone's in trouble.
It's been a long week. Leave me alone. I'm tired. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning.
Awesome. So, I assume you guys make your way there?
I'm going to. Yeah, if everyone else wants
Carl,
to.
stay with the cart, and I dismount, And I start walking over, drawing my blade.
Kane, stay with the cart,
Okay.
and I
Yes,
ready
Grog,
my.
you get a short rest.
We did get a short rest? Okay.
Yes.
Just want to make sure I got my warlock spells back.
Yeah, I'll kind of scout ahead. Make sure I'm like 20 feet ahead of the rest of the party to see what the fuck is going on.
Can I point the visual faces on both Kane and Asher fit their characters right now?
I was going to say
Asher.
Kane. Okay.
He's just gonna use his feet to go invisible.
Y'all are giving me more gray hair.
Asher,
I just love
annoyed
both
as hell that about having to help someone again, screaming about problems.
I just want a
Kane,
normal day on the
completely
road.
blank face from pain and just like, fuck this life. I've had too many things happen to me in the past month. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Miss my wife.
Can't we just fight the hag? Do we have to have an encounter every fucking day?
No one said you had to get off and fucking do anything, but you know, someone's screaming. You guys feel inclined to help.
We're all like good aligned characters. What did you expect to happen?
Don't look at me. I just set up the
Not to
scenario.
encounter a
Talia
fucking
isn't
monster every
leading
10
the
steps.
charge. That she is a paladin. People in
Yeah.
age.
Yeah,
This is what she lives for.
Frog is enslaving me to my character's morality.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and whoever is on the table, you're welcome to place your tokens in that circular area. You know what? Actually, you're right. Let's make some sense out of this. Hold on. Let me change that up here, because the cart has to technically be here. So why don't you place your wrong button. Why don't you go
Asher
ahead,
died.
place your tokens within that black circle.
I would
What
be
is
probably
this?
towards the front.
There's a person.
And technically then, if that's the case, you would see there. There you go.
He's got a name. I'm intrigued. I'm no longer upset about having an encounter. It's named character.
Oh, we have an encounter, but there's a person here.
So
Not a fucking zombie, at least. So.
why don't we go right into initiative then? Yeah, let's just go right into
But do we
initiative.
all have to be in the circle? Like,
The people that aren't are the ones that are staying by the cart, and you'd have to be within 5 feet of the cart.
Initiative? Come on, tabletop. You can,
Yep.
or not tabletop.
Everyone go ahead and roll your initiative.
Anybody else's roll 20 just shit out on them?
Yeah, I'm having issues with my
It's
roll
having a
20.
hard time getting that.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 and add 2.
Okay.
That's a 12.
Do we get
I rolled a 7.
proficiency on initiative rolls?
Unless you're a bard, no.
You just get your dexterity.
Okay. Let me get my nice handy dandy dice here.
Bards get
It
jack
finally
upgrades and
rolled for you. You
proficiency.
rolled a 4.
Oh, it did. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just
I like
struggling.
my hand roll better.
Yeah.
Of course it did. All right. Cool. Love it. 10 out of 10.
I have a +7, and I still rolled a 10.
Oh, poor
A
baby.
total of a 10.
So what I'm hearing is Grognar's going first.
I got a 10.
Go ahead, Grog. You go first.
You know what's funny? I only rolled one more than I did last time I rolled initiative. So I'm just built different like that.
Yes, that's the reason why.
Ooh, that's not exciting.
That's what they all say.
It's definitely what Thalia said.
Almost done setting up, boys.
the hell,
Forgive
is that
me.
a dragon?
No,
What is that thing?
I don't know what it is. Never mind. Disregard my
Yeah.
answer.
That's a
just
thing
found
from
out.
Fizbands.
That my
It's a
2-year-old nephew
false
got into a
Hydra.
fight and kicked a 5-year-old's ass.
What?
My 2-year-old nephew got in a fight with a 5-year-old and whooped his ass.
Good.
All right.
You must be
Buy
proud.
that boy a beer.
I'm
Yes.
extremely
Question
proud.
mark.
Is that a
He didn't start
pseudo
the fight,
dragon?
he finished it though.
All right, guys, let's focus up as we have a serious situation here. We're going to go ahead and roll that initiative. As you guys make yourselves closer to the situation, these creatures begin to become a little bit more clear to you. They seem to have wings for arms. Their tail seems to also produce a thorn or some 6 to 10 inch long stabbing or piercing weapon or a weaponized natural weapon. As it also kind of hisses, and it looks like they're beginning to pounce on this individual who's currently, someone help me! And here we go. Initiative we go, guys. Oh, cool. That actually worked out really
Eustace is going first.
well. We're missing a name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kane, you're not on the board.
Oh, I was in the cart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but why don't we put you in initiative just because you're in the cart?
Because.
Okay. All right. Well, shit.
You're welcome to roleplay being in the cart. I'm okay with that, but you never know.
All right, hold on.
I
Let me
am
roll
in the
initiative.
cart.
Good luck, guys. Oh shit.
He is going first from within the cart.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Jeez.
Kane, you want to switch?
Yeah, Kane, you wanna switch out, bud?
No, you don't deserve it, Asher.
Okay.
Ma'am, who was the one that did like 53 points of damage their first turn?
I don't know. I keep decapitating shit. I don't see you
I mean,
decapitating shit.
I almost wood-shotted one of the trolls, so...
Keyword being almost.
Yeah, you finished it up.
Yeah. Slayer gets the kill.
Should be good. I mean, as in, it's red.
It's
Initiative in. So yeah.
Since it's dusk out, let me dim the lights a little bit.
There we go.
Good sir, the sun is still setting. It's not dusk yet.
And you know what,
Yeah.
too? This guy.
It is bizarre looking at you in the bright ass fucking sunlight there, Dillinger.
This
Exactly.
This guy actually has a lantern with him as well.
It's definitely not blinding when I go to look at my computer screen.
Where are you at this time, Dillinger?
I am currently in LA again.
Oh god, I'm sorry.
Can you pick me up some cool nerd shit?
Depends from where, and will you send me the money to reimburse?
All right, Kane, you are up first.
Depends on what you get me.
As you hear your party charging off to screams in the distance.
Kane will be like, "Good luck, guys. Don't die." Oh, my stomach.
All right,
Groaning.
Eustace, you're up.
Alrighty.
Woe is me, I'm in the car.
Did I get my invisibility off before the encounter started?
You did
Yes?
mention that you're immediately going into that, so I'll give that to you.
Alright, I am moving. I'm just moving 30 here, and that's the end of my turn.
All right, Grognar.
Alrighty. Just double checking something. That is over 60 feet. So I shall just Eldritch Blast, Scaly Flying Stinger Tail 1.
Absolutely. Even with it's kind of behind some cover, but it doesn't matter as you can pinpoint your shots. Go ahead and fire away.
Gotta love Spell Snipe.
What cover is it behind?
The stones, you know.
Yeah, but like, is it considered? Is it half cover?
It depends on where you're shooting from, but it also has a lower profile. It's in the process of pouncing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nevertheless, with what were your numbers? I don't see it. 23 and 11.
23 and 11.
The 23 absolutely pelts it on its backbone. What was the damage on that, please?
9 force.
Not 12 force.
Correct. I'm outside of Hexblade's curse range.
The creature rears its head up, and you see like this snake-like head, and kind of like hisses in your general direction. Would that be your turn?
Come get me, fucker scales.
Asher.
All right. I'm going to move 40 feet. Oh, come on. I keep falling over with the incline.
Use right click first to place your token down, and then let go of left click while holding on to right click.
Keep right clicking as you let go of left.
All right.
Asher just wants to die that badly.
And I'm going to shoot at the scaly fuck 3 times. Because of Dread Ambusher.
Okay.
Oh god.
Get it.
Uh, 24 for
Absolutely.
the first hit. 9 piercing damage for the first hit.
Go ahead. Keep on going. I'll do all the damage at the end.
25.
Absolutely.
This one has an extra D8.
Okay.
So that was an 11. That sucked. That one was 12 points of damage total.
Okay.
And
Third.
24.
Absolutely. What's damage on that one? And then give me a total.
31 points of damage.
Holy shit. As you plink, pop, 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 you just riddle its neck with these 3 shots. It begins to kind of drip blood onto the ground. It kind of whips its head around in pain as it screeches. You said 31 total?
Yeah, 31 points total.
Amazing hit. Amazing hit. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to make noise at it. Just yelling at it, trying to get its attention.
Absolutely. With the screeching that echoes through this little area here and into the trees, you hear a return screech from behind it, not too far away, as this movement makes itself seen, as it kind of spins around a little bit. Dillinger, you're up.
Yep. Okay.
Point of order, I guess, type thing. With me being under the tree and it in low light, would you classify that as darkness?
Nope. It's
Okay.
dusk. It's still plenty of light out.
Okay.
Alright, there's that. And then, so I got like a regular line of sight on the
Yep.
number 1. Okay, yep, that's all I wanted to check.
Yep.
I will go ahead and take 2 shots with my packed weapon.
Get it, boy. Get it. Are you flying or are you regular?
It'd be like kind of gliding down, landing there before I take the shots.
Okay.
First one would be a 22.
Okay. You hit.
10 piercing.
Lovely. And your second shot?
14.
Nice. As you hit twice into its body, just under its wing. Pop, pop. Give me double damage. Well, give me the damage on that, please.
4.
Four total?
No, you did 14 total.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 14 total.
Between the 2 attacks.
Sorry.
Nope, you're good. Absolutely. Would that be your turn as these 2 arrows clack, clack, thunk in, and once again, this creature's just 5 arrows on its right side.
Yeah, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Tente move here, but that's gonna be it.
All right. Which takes us to the scaly flying stinger tail dude, who will spin in pain with its tail and bop accidentally this guy 10 feet in that direction as you hear a oh, and he kind of lies on the ground helpless at the moment. You see that he's got like His leg seems to be very weird, and smaller than the other one, as well as the scarring on his face seems to be pretty profound. And when he gets knocked away, you see his cane kind of like fly off, not that far away from him. He kind of looks like he's just lying on the ground at the moment. As after the number one spins and kind of hisses, it goes in a pouncing kind of motion and leaps forward towards Dillinger. Zoe, who do you want me to kill? Dillinger?
Yeah. He's closer, so sure.
Inside joke for those who paid attention to yesterday's campaign. This creature is going to strike. First,
I still have spell slots.
first with its biting attack. You gotta be kidding me.
I have a 14 for AC.
Is that a natural 20?
It is a nat 20.
Fuck.
Bye, Dillinger.
It's nice knowing you, buddy.
How much health do you have? You
34.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Let me do the math. Let me see.
Okay.
So it bites you clear across your arm. You actually hear a pop, almost as if your shoulder dislocated. 25 damage piercing
25.
as it rips into your flesh. You then, as it's holding you steady with its mouth, you see its tail try to sting you.
Okay.
17 to hit.
It hits. Oh shit, you know what?
What's up?
Can I do a... You can still do the tail one. Can I do a reaction to
Yeah.
the bite?
Sure.
I forgot about a spell.
Okay, go ahead. Hellish Rebuke.
No. Silvery Barbs.
Link. All right, what we got here?
I linked
He's
it.
already got it in the chat.
Why don't you paraphrase it for me while I'm doing some other stuff here? What does it do?
The targeting creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower the two rolls.
Awesome. And that's for the tail attack.
That I was asking if I would be able to use that for the bite.
Unfortunately we've already resolved that, but you could do it for the tail.
All right, then yeah, I'll have to do it for the tail because I forgot about I had that, and that's why I was asking
Yeah, no.
and saying hold on.
If it wasn't resolved already with the numbers and all that stuff, then I would be like, sure, we can absolutely. But unfortunately, that's been resolved. But the stinger, absolutely. So I will re-roll the stinger. With a 12 to hit, the stinger dips into the soil. That would be that turn. You hear in the distance as you hear like wings picking up.
Matt, don't forget you can assign another character advantage on their next attack roll, ability check, or saving.
Asher,
throw.
you get advantage.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you so.
So Thalia.
Yeah, you
Go ahead, Dillinger. What do you say?
So Asher, you'll have advantage on the next attack roll or ability check or saving throw you make within the next minute.
Got it.
Yep. So basically, what your next roll, you have advantage.
Roger, roger.
Thalia, this creature hovers and flies over towards you as it's in the process of skimming over your head. It's going to take 2 claw attacks at you. One for a 12 and the one for a 22.
22 hits.
12 slashing across your pauldron.
12?
12. I probably put him right in your way, didn't I? One second, let me...
Little bit. Oh, there he goes.
Yep.
Let's just say he's hovering above you. He'll be a little higher than that, but he's above you. And that would be Thalia's turn.
Give me half a maul. Okay. I was this direction. So he's above me, out of range of any melee attacks,
No,
correct?
he is. He just slashed at you. I'm saying he's like directly. He's like in the 5 foot square above your head. It's like flapping on top of you.
Gotcha. Okay. Um. I guess we longsword.
Yep, you could stab up.
All right. Longsword, go. Yay.
An 11, unfortunately, with the scrape across your pauldron, you kind of dig up and you hit nothing but scales.
That's my turn.
All right. You hear a from above the treetops. Unfortunately, you cannot see where it is. Kane, you are up as you hear all this commotion.
Okay. Damn. I hope they're doing okay.
Old man, we
Fuck
need
'em.
assistance.
You do?
Yes. Scaly
Okay.
things flying in the air. Dillinger looks like he's about to die.
Okay, I'll drag my ass out of the car.
I'll be back.
This is the back of the car. Okay. Oh. Oh shit. Okay.
Just fire from here and protect
I'll move
Carl.
forward a
I'll
little
go
bit.
in and help.
Oh well, no. Yeah, that's where I want to go because how much movement would it take to get me out of the wagon?
I'm gonna say you're at your max right there.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. That's why I didn't move too far ahead. All right, I'll break out my crossbow and take a shot at the one. Shit, how far away are they? Oh, shit. I'll take the one that shot Dillinger since he's in need of more help.
What's your min max on that bow for range?
Let's find out.
80
If
feet,
you-
I
if
believe, to
you-
320.
If you just roll it, it'll show you. Oh, of course not. It didn't. Doesn't matter. You miss anyway. As you fire away, unfortunately, your bolt just digs into the ground at its feet. Would that be your turn?
He's literally making food right now. He's just waiting for the food to get unthawed.
Second attack with a 20. Well, these are going to be disadvantage shots because you're at 85 feet. I believe the heavy crossbow's at 80 foot without disadvantage, unless you can verify that for me.
I'm checking the player's handbook right now, real quick for him.
I'm opening up your character sheet, Kane. It should be written there. Crossbow heavy.
100, 400.
Yeah, heavy crossbows have range 100.
Then you absolutely crack into it with a heavy bolt for 6 piercing damage.
Gotcha, Dillinger. Oh, my spleen.
That bolt actually cleaves clear through its neck, and it begins to rear its head in a very sporadic pattern. It looks to be in severe pain.
Hell.
Would that be your turn?
That'll be my turn.
Usis!
Alrighty. I'm gonna move. I know there's one in the air. I don't want to get landed on. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna move. I think I moved like 5. Doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna hold my action with a spell.
What spell and what's your trigger?
I'm gonna hold Earthbind pending the noise I hear in the air and when I can finally see it where it is.
You said Earth Bind. Can you link it, please?
Beautiful level 2 spell.
Wow. All right. As you wait for your target in the air, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Grog, you would be up.
I move 30 feet. And I believe that puts me within range of it. It does indeed.
Get the weak one.
Hexblade's Curse on Scaly Flying Stinger Tail 2 guy.
Okay.
And then Eldritch Blast.
All right, and you said Eldritch Blast. The 8 swings, kind of flies past it under its wing, but the 18th absolutely does smack into it. Is that 6 or just 3?
6.
Would you like me to
Nope, you're
grab
good.
Hexblade's Curse?
No, I kind of know what it is already. You're good. All right, would that be your turn?
That is indeed my current turn.
Asher.
I'm going to shoot at the scaly fuck harassing my buddy Dillinger.
Get it.
And I have advantage on this first attack, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
Can you hear the music?
Fuck him up. Fuck him up good.
27.
27 clearly sinks in.
12 points of damage for the first hit. And then I'll extra attack, shoot it again. A 11.
The 11 kind of flies past its head, almost getting it directly in its throat.
All right. So the one that I hit did 12 points of damage.
Yep, that's all your attacks, just 2 of them?
Yeah, I only get the third attack on my first round of combat.
Yep, just wanted to make sure. Absolutely. And once again, a clear hit right into its neck. It's literally got like 6 bolts and arrows in its neck. It's pretty gross. And it kind of whips around randomly. Would that be your turn?
I'm just going to yell to Dillinger to get over here so I can heal him.
All right, Dillinger, you're up, buddy.
Yep. So I'm going to link this in chat here for you. It's the last paragraph of it for it. As an action, I can switch places with the familiar, which right now is Tinte, as long as she's within 60 feet.
Get it.
Yep. So I'm gonna just switch positions. And just kind of flip it. And then there's that for my action, and then yeah, I'll be good there. For my bonus action here, I'm going to attempt to do Tinte's ink spray on the creature. It needs to make a DC saving throw 12 or be blinded until it's on my next turn.
What kind of save?
Con save.
23 to con.
Alright, yep. It saved that. Alright, that's all she wrote.
All right. I'm going to say this is what happens because it thematically would be awesome. So as this creature goes to bite you, Dillinger, you go and you swap places. Tinte, what's his AC? As this bite is coming down into Tinte.
Her AC is 13.
With a 16, this bite chunks into this ink blot for 11 piercing damage.
She is still alive.
Feeling the inside of its mouth filled with ink, and it kind of just randomly whips its tail around and chooses to take flight.
How many hit points does Tinte have?
18.
Fuck! That's a healthy little ink blot.
She has 18 hit points with an AC of 13.
You know what? Let me make a wisdom save real quick to see if she made... Nope. Please hold.
Yeah.
10, 14 degrees will fly. Actually, north would be this way because you came in from that way. So, this creature flies and hovers in the air about 10 feet here as it's in the process of flight. And of course, it wouldn't work there. Let me try that again. Boop. There we go. Fantastic. And it's flying with ink dripping out of its mouth and blood dripping out of its neck, which takes us to... Go ahead.
Opportunity attack from Tinte. He does actually have an attack.
All right. Make it happen.
She is a familiar. So it's a +5 to hit.
Well, familiars don't... If it's a familiar, familiars are treated... I don't believe familiars have attacks of opportunity unless it's an actual pet, like a Beastmaster pet.
Okay.
It does because of the type of warlock he is, I believe, or the warlock.
No, I don't have chain. This is from the.
Oh, you're not back chain.
No.
Never mind then.
Yeah, then it's treated as a familiar, unfortunately, kind of like a spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Frog, how would you
puts
treat
into an
Cinder
awkward-
on Monday table?
We could talk about that later. I want to hear what.
Well, because that's technically what the ink block
Yeah.
would be treated as.
Well, Cinder wouldn't get any opportunity attacks either.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I know, like, to summon her, I either have to use ritual or just use a spell slot to do the find familiar spell,
Well, yeah,
like a ranger
but,
would.
But familiars only make attacks based off the bonus action is 1, and 2, it's not
Okay.
a fighting
No.
creature.
This I'm not trying. I just never knew this. That's so.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
you're
easy
good.
enough.
But yeah, like even a crow, it could be an
Okay.
owl for all I care. They don't get opportunity attacks.
Okay.
All right, so fucking A, Asher, your token is really heavy. All right, here we go. So number 2, who's continually flying above Thalia, is going to take 2 more swipes at you, Thalia, fluttering above your head. Boom, boom, a 13 and a 16.
Neither of them hit.
As you parried away with your long sword, Thalia, you're up.
I'm gonna hit it.
Get it.
I hit it.
Absolutely does.
Holy shit! 6 damage.
Same as the last one as you slash into its feet and claws. Would that be your turn?
Yep.
That takes us to... As you hear a screeching overhead. Oh no. 1,
Oh,
2,
boy.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh boy.
Who's fucking with my character?
Rolled a 1, which means the following. Fate, do you have a stat sheet for Carl?
Who keeps clicking on Asher and knocking him over?
Nope, we never made one.
All right, because he's just a cook. We're gonna give him a flat D20 roll. Roll me a D20, Fate, because he is about to get. He's about to get grappled.
Oh.
Not Carl.
Shit.
Roll a D20, Fate. There we go. With a 14 versus my 18 flat, not including the. You see Carl kind of overseeing this battle, and he's kind of, be careful, what I... But as he's shouting that, you see this creature swooping down, initiating a grapple with Carl, and flies over the battlefield. We'll just say right about here, and let's just say he's about 30 feet in the air.
Would I be able to trigger my
Yes.
whatever
Yes.
before that ever even happens? Or?
I mean, he's within your line of sight now, so yeah, sure. That was a trigger that you held, so I could absolutely honor that. So before I take Carl away, roll your spell.
Well, it just has to make a strength save.
Oh, I do? Okay. Not a very common spell, forgive me. 22 strength save? What's your DC?
15.
Unfortunately, the spell has no effect as you hear Carl being taken away. I'll just put him down here for now. And he's being held in the claws of this creature. That takes us to the top of the round. Kane.
getting Carl taken away, that takes priority. So Kane will start shooting at the one holding Carl.
Okay, make it happen.
There he
18 for 12.
goes.
So,
There he goes again.
you're definitely sixpence none the richer. So what I'd like you to do here is roll me a percentile die, D100.
That was a great joke, Frog.
Thank you.
I just want to shine light on that wit
82.
there.
You do not hit Carl, and you think you sunk your bolt into the body of this creature for, holy shit, 12 piercing damage. It screeches.
What's the damage dice on that?
D10.
D10.
Oh wow, okay.
You know what? I'm gonna roll to maintain the hold. I rolled a nat 1. Carl falls after getting hit by after this creature getting hit by a fucking bolt. The creature lets go out of pain. Oh yeah, I said he was 30 feet up. Shit.
Ooh.
Can I try and dive and catch him using my reaction?
Are you close enough?
I'm 15 feet away from below, but I'm technically...
I'm willing to play the rule of cool on this. You're only 10 feet away. I could reasonably see a person falling 30 feet and you diving, like a little 1-2 step and dive in that general direction before he hits ground. Here's how we're going to do it. A, your next turn will be started as prone regardless of what happens. And 2, you need to roll me let's just represent your ability to get there in time with a sleight of hand. So roll me a sleight of hand, and I'm going to say a DC, let's keep it simple, a DC 12. Okay, so you definitely get there in time, which is going to have half of the damage, excuse me, he will take, yes, so the total damage taken is going to be divided between the two of you. Make sense?
Yep, that's what I was going for.
All right, so he only received 6 damage, so each of you take 3 damage. Let's just call it blunt force trauma. So you can absolutely stand right here for now, but you are currently prone as Carl crashes on top of you. He seems to be out of breath with the impact.
I got you, don't worry, Cookman.
Oh, thanks. Watch out! As this creature continues to flutter and kind of look below towards you, Grognar. Technically, Kane, you still have another shot, I believe.
I shoot it again.
Get it.
17, 8 damage.
Damn, dude. Fucking crossbows, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
That's my turn.
Fucking beautiful. Moving on. Moving on to Eustace.
Eustace gonna yell, "You alright there, Carl?" Now that my invis is broken from my reaction, I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at number 3.
Get it. A 25 flies across the battlefield, nailing this creature square in the midsection as the firebolt kind of explodes on its chest.
And then I'm going to run away.
Fucking 15 damage firebolt? Really, dude?
2d10 because we're 5th level.
Wow. All right. Would that be your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Grognar, you look up as this scaly flying stinger tail guy is hovering over you about 30 feet, getting ready to dive down on you.
Well, my dear friend, fuck that shit.
As you bamf, where are you bamfing
I
to?
send... can I technically have Carl with me? Because depending on if I can or not, I'm not gonna do that.
I don't think you can take a passenger with Misty Step.
Okay, then I'm instead gonna do this. Wisdom saving throw.
Crown of Madness.
Wait,
Be a
humanoid. Never mind, damn it! I can't use any of my cool spells right now. Fuck! Fine, I'll just shoot it twice.
All right, get it.
Wait, even I do know what I can do. I can use one good spell at least. I'll cast Hex on it.
Okay.
Yay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, is
Yes.
that your final answer? Do you lock it in? Like
That is my
it's been a roller
claim.
coaster.
All right, so Eldritch Blast. So 20 absolutely slams into it for 4 damage. A 12 kind of pushes into the tree line behind it, or at least in the air.
And I target its strength.
Absolutely.
And so it takes 10 damage total from my Eldritch Blast and Hex.
Beautiful. Would that be your turn?
I kind of put Carl behind me and tell him, go to old man. I got this.
All right.
Kind of standing him up.
Would that be your turn?
That is my turn.
Beautiful. Ash.
All right. With extra attack, can I split my attacks and attack 2 different targets?
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. I wasn't sure about that. So I'm going to do some Matrix shit. I'm going to shoot this one shot into this dragon that's flying away, and then my other attack will be into the one harassing Thalia.
The one that's okay. Which one is? I'm sorry. You said 2.
The one that, all right, the one that we've been fucking up. Scaly fuck number 1,
Okay.
and then Scaly fuck number 2 that's
Okay.
harassing Thalia.
You got it.
24 to hit.
Absolutely lands into number 1.
Number 1. I'm going to use my Piercer feat to reroll that damage. I can do that once per turn. For 10 damage into him. And then the one harassing Thal. A 19 plus 2. So that hits.
Nice. As it slams and your trick shot. Boink, boink.
For 7 points of damage into the one harassing Thalia.
They both, almost at the same time, give a solid screech. The flight on number 1 seems to be very rigid and not smooth. In fact, it looks like it's on its way down.
All right. And then I did that. I'm going to move towards Dillinger.
All right, get it. Dillinger, I believe you're next.
And we'll pop off with 2 shots at number 2 here with the packed weapon.
Get it.
19 and a 23.
Both chunk into it as you guys are just pelting these creatures. Total damage,
Be-
please.
13. And then that's all she wrote.
All right, beautiful. The flight path of Scaly Fucker number 1 is definitely diminishing as he starts to slowly descend to the floor, crashing right next to Kane. Kane, this creature takes its tail and whips it in your direction. With a 10 to hit, you, out of desperation, parry the stinger away. You feel a little liquid kind of thwip into your face. It's kind of like this ooey gooey green stuffs. It then follows up with a bite. With an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
It crunches around you for 9 piercing damage on your arm. And you pull it back, and it shreds more of your clothing, but it lets you go. Number 2 continues to hover over Thalia.
Did you say 9?
9 points, yes. Thalia, give me a athletics or acrobatics check, please. And beat a 19. Oh, shit! As this creature tries to grab you under your armor and misses you as you're kind of batting it away. You're kind of like fighting it in place. Thalia, you're up. I don't hear you, Thalia.
Did I hit it?
With an 18, yes. Your long blade cuts into it. For
4 damage. That's my turn.
High roller, high roller. He's like, I have no spell slots. What else
Oh
am I gonna do?
my god, dude. He needs to rest ASAP.
That's
Jesus
what I
Christ.
said.
Yeah, he did say
That's
it.
what I said.
Next up, we have Scaly Fly, number 3 guy, who dropped Dillinger. He's coming right down as he slams superhero landing in front of you, Grognar. It goes and tries to bite you. It's a nat 20.
It's just Grognar. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, I know you have reactions, but I don't think your reaction is going to beat a nat 20. But if you have any other reactions that don't involve shield, you're welcome to do so if you want to.
Does
That
shield
don't
work?
involve shield.
Does shield work? No, I'm just gonna hellish rebuke this fucker.
Okay, roll that damage for me. It's a deck. Is it a deck save? I believe.
Yes.
Yep.
Ooh, I failed.
Holy shit.
I failed. How much damage is that?
29.
Jesus.
I almost
The
rolled
look of
max.
shock on Frog's face is glorious.
Wow.
What spell is that? I need to learn that.
It's a warlock spell.
Good lord.
So
It's not a warlock spell.
it-
It's just Hellish Rebuke.
So as it bites down onto you, Grognar, you and fire just kind of pushes down its throat, and you see it lets go and it starts like kind of coughing up burning smoke and burnt flesh as it kind of just does one of these things as its own reaction, i.e. its attack to finish its attack round.
Could have
But it
aimed for the
swings.
throat.
It swings its tail at you. You got, dude, bro.
Is Grognar down or dead?
I literally rolled another nat 20.
So what's the total damage?
Frog's dead.
It depends.
We die tonight.
So the stinger itself will jab you for 19 damage. So let's settle that right off the bat. So 19 physical damage into your peck. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at these.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay.
How much damage did the bite do?
Well, the bite did 19. No, hold on. Yeah, it was 19 before, wasn't it?
I don't know. You never
No,
told
you never
me.
said what the
I never
damage
did
was
the
for the bite.
Sorry, the bite was 19. You're right, because I was too busy explaining the Hellish Rebuke.
So they were both 19?
Yeah, so 19 for that. Then the piercing damage of the tail was 13 plus 6, so it's definitely another 19. Now, he passed his con save, so I'm going to give you the total poison damage, but you got to cut it in half.
I'm down if it's more than 8.
It's bad, dude. It's 24 plus 17 divided by 2. So it's
24 plus 17.
31.
41.
I think he's straight dead.
41, so it'll be 20, rounded down. Yeah, that poison
I
is
was
no
at
joke,
4.
especially when it crits. But yeah, man, so you feel this poison fill your body, and you just kind of get woozy, and you fall to the
Run!
ground. Wow.
Wait, is Grog dead?
No,
Or just unconscious?
no, one blow that hits at 48 would kill him when he's at 0, but he's good.
Okay.
Yeah, a single blow doing max damage would kill him, but not in this case.
Okay, so like a single blow doing your max HP once you're unconscious kills you.
You're dead. Yeah, you're
Okay.
You're Dunskies.
I always get confused on how that works.
Yep. So,
yeah, quick
so-
question. Does anybody know healing spells?
I have two. I've saved. I have a first level spell slot and a second level spell slot that I've been saving for an oh shit moment to do cure wounds on people.
I've got
As I was being
4
stunned,
lay on hands left. That's
I did say to run. I did say run towards Carl.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, because Carl hasn't had a turn yet, he sees you fall. He'll actually grab you under your armpits and start dragging you away 15 feet or 10 feet because he's weak.
What a fucking champ.
Then we'll go into, that was number 3, top of the round, Kane.
Well,
I would normally shoot at the thing harassing them, but there's a thing next to me, and I need to kill it. So Kane will drop his crossbow, draw his sword, and attack.
Get it, boy. Get it.
Let me get
Roll 3d6,
3d6.
please. By the way, I want to be updating our crit fail table to a different one to change it up.
7.
You, and it actually goes in hand. You go to swing, and your abs, you know, when you swing, you use your abs for that extra power. But because you have this wound on your belly, the muscles, they're all sorts of fucked up, and you get a cramp. Ugh! So, yeah, you get -1 to attack for the rest of this encounter.
Well, he's gonna try and swing again.
Get it, boy.
24.
25 -1 absolutely sinks into this creature as you feel your blade cut through fucking scales. 15, damn.
That's max damage.
Boom, this creature takes a mighty gash. It starts to spurt from its neck, along with all the pelted on the other side, all the arrows and bolts that are in them. It's looking awfully shaky in the legs. Definitely on death's door.
It's my turn.
You got it, sir. Eustace.
I'm fireballing number 3, dude. Fuck this shit.
Okay. So, I know you're new to spells, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt here. I'm going to put Fireball. Well, actually, I'm guessing you're targeting it kind of like...
Well, it's going to shoot in the air.
All right, hold on.
Because he's in the air.
No, he's not in the air. He came to the ground to hit Grognar, but that's okay. Let me fix something real quick here because the grid's all fucked up. Okay, now I'll be able to target it properly. There we go. I'm assuming you're doing one of these, Johns?
Yep.
All right. Dexterity saving throw.
Thank God.
Imagine if he was trying to hit both 1 and 3.
Alright, so you take 12?
No, I
No, you
rolled a
rolled a
1.
nat 1.
Oh, yeah, you take 24 then.
24. As you point to this direction, or actually no, it comes from the sky, doesn't it? You point.
Yep.
You point to the sky, and the shadowy ball of fiery death descends down and crashes into the ground. Everything that's living in that area, minus the wyvern, has died. The wyvern charred. Its scales are all burnt and fleshy, and you just hear it ravaging in pain. It is not looking very good.
Curiosity, could he have?
Would that be your turn?
Yeah, he could have.
No, I'm gonna bonus action my Shadow Blade
Get
into
it.
my hand.
You do it as you make a fist and a magical blade appears. Would that be your turn?
That's gonna be my turn.
You can't cast 2 leveled spells.
Yeah, that's right. Even though it's a bonus.
Oh, that's a leveled spell? My bad.
Yeah, you can only do a spell and a cantrip.
Yep, and I'm just gonna undo that, and that'll be my turn.
All right, you put the blade back into the dimension portal. Excuse me, Grog, you rolled. I see it. Okay. Asher.
Seeing Grognar has went down and is being dragged away, even though Asher is not his biggest fan, I'm going to move 30 feet towards him.
Let him die, I dare you. What?
Oh, my Lanta. That was embarrassing. And I'm going to take a shot. No, what? Fuck it. I'm going to put all 2 shots into Stinger Tail number 3.
Get it, boy. Get it.
19 plus 2,
Absolutely
yeah.
hits.
12 damage.
Ooh, getting close.
Second one, it's only a 13.
Actually, 13 hits.
Fuck yeah! For 11 damage, so
How do you put
total
this
of
creature
20.
down as it's writhing in pain from being burnt?
All right, so the first arrow hits it like just above, like right at the base of the neck. So Asher adjusts his aim down a little bit and sends that second arrow right in through its rib cage and into its heart.
And you do so. It gets puts down and kind of hits the ground. Burnt ash from the grass, and the ground just kind of billows up.
All right, and that will be the end of my turn.
Awesome.
Unless you let me do something kind of cool, and you can totally say no. As a bonus action, could I draw a dagger and flick it at the one harassing Thalia?
Not as an
Like-
extra attack, no. I'll let you.
Okay.
I can let you flavor it, but it won't do any damage.
Well, I just meant like as a bonus action attack.
Yeah, no, unfortunately.
Okay. All right, never mind then.
All right, Dillinger.
Okay. It's the 30. I'm going to go do the dash action here. We're going to cut. We're going to plop here. And then I'm going to bonus action, healing word, Grog.
Look at you. What does your healing word
Fuck
look
yeah.
like?
You have healing word?
Break glass.
I love how. So sorry, I have to point this out a little bit here. There are everything he's had healing word the entire time in his back pocket for his own oh shit moment if needed.
That fits Dillinger's character.
It does, but wait a minute. You have healing word?
Wait, does this mean there's some character development with Dillinger?
Look, Thalia's falling asleep.
No, I'm not.
Uh,
Yeah, see,
No, he's probably busy watching
Dude, he's
Elden Ring stuff.
totally not
I'm
enough.
not actually.
oh shit, no,
I'm
that
not.
didn't cast right. I don't think it was supposed to be
Caleb,
second level.
You'll be happy to know
No,
I
it's-
fought Elden Ring today.
Sweet, we can talk about that in a minute.
Boo.
Okay.
It's all about Mortal.
No, why is that not? It's not giving me the cast level option anymore.
That's weird. Just roll it.
It's
manual.
a pop-up. It's a pop-up in a separate window on your browser.
It's not giving me that pop up.
Yeah.
It seems to be healing word seems to be depicted as an attack and not a. Just
Well,
roll,
yeah,
just roll it
I tried it
manually.
that way. I okay. I have to double check how. Yeah, no, I'm casting it from my actual spell list. That was
Oh,
what the
never
first time I
mind.
did. Yeah, I tried from the actual spell list. The first time. So, all right. As far as what it is, it just inky black looking magic just kind of goes straight over to him.
It blotches into his chest and just disperses through its clothes.
Alright. It's a D4 plus my spellcasting, and then this would be at 3rd level. So it'll be 3 D4s. So 6 plus my spellcast, which I believe is my charisma, so that should be a 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 9.
Beautiful. 9 health, Grognar, as you wake up being pulled and dragged. Carl's like, oh, you're awake!
Coral, I didn't know you could heal.
As he just kind of says that, he's like, "Get up, you dumb loaf!" Why did I go Scottish again with that?
Awesome.
You generally go
Would that
Scottish
be
on
your turn,
everything.
Gillinger?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Scaly Tail 1 next to Kane is just going to full send it. Stinger first with a 25 to hit, non-crit. The bite fails miserably and cracks a tooth, and the tooth falls to the ground. The stinger itself, however, will slam into your body for 10 piercing damage by itself. You start to feel a burn enter your flesh and body. Give me a con save, please.
Another con save coming up.
Oh, shit. You take half of 26 poison damage. So 13 poison damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Beautiful. That takes us to Fly number 2, who failed trying to grapple Thalia, who's going to try it again. With an 18, Thalia. Go ahead and give me an athletics or acrobatics, please.
More than 18.
Wow. Once
Hell
again,
yeah.
it's trying to fight you and trying to get a good hold on you, and it just doesn't seem to do it. The tail itself is trying to find a sting on you, but it's not. It's just kind of scraping across your armor. Thal, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it.
18
I
is
hit it.
gonna get. Dude, the exact
Six
same rolls and the exact same damage every time so far.
That's my turn.
What's your strength, man? Holy shit.
16. It's not that great.
He's all about smites. Smites. Nevertheless, all right, takes us back to Kane.
I'm actually all about that mounted combat, but somebody won't let me have a horse.
Someone didn't accept a goat when they had a chance.
Horse.
I've seen the mount on Elden Ring, and you could have taken the goat. Anyways,
An aurochs. It's different. It's not a goat.
I can't.
Or a
Kane
horse.
will
Moving
cast
on.
X on the wyvern in front of him, then as a bonus action, then attack with his sword.
Get it, get it, get it. 24 absolutely slashes into it. Give me total damage, please.
12.
12 damage. How do you put this bitch down?
I cut its fucking head off.
Just like a scene in The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
poof. It just kind of flops around like a chicken with its head cut off for a moment and then eventually bleeds out and falls to the ground.
And then the Witch King rises out of the corpse.
No, those are
Big ass
narwhals,
fucking
not
Morningstar.
wyverns.
Would that be your turn, Kane?
Kane will move closer to his friends over here.
You got it, my friend. Eustace, you're up.
Looks like we're going to win, but there's one scenario that would be pretty bad. So I'm gonna try to.
Be a shame if
I'm
someone
gonna
fireballed
save.
30.
I'm gonna save. I'm gonna move 20 points to here, and I'm gonna hold action Featherfall in case it's needed.
Okay, well done. Grognar.
Alrighty. Grognar, realizing these fuckers hurt like a bitch, will blast away.
Blast away.
So anyways, I just started blasting.
Oh, whoops.
The 21 absolutely connects. The 8, unfortunately, does not. For 12 force fucking damage, man. You guys hit harder than you think you do.
Oh, I know I hit hard. I just roll abysmally half the time.
This creature's flight seems to be very shaken.
Should have aimed for the throat. Nah, that's definitely not the accent Grognar has. Should have aimed for the throat, you little scales.
Would that be your turn?
Yep.
All right, Ash, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna aim at Taillyfuck number 2 and shoot it twice.
Get it.
17 to hit.
Absolutely.
Now if I can get roll 20 to let me roll my fucking 9 damage. And then second attack. 15. Does a 15 hit?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was shaking my head. I was fixing a dread. Yes, 15 absolutely does slam into it. Total damage, please.
Let her outside.
She pee?
Yes. Because the boys weren't paying attention.
Is that
18 points of damage total.
This creature clearly shaken up. Would that be your turn?
Use a little bit more movement. Just to about right there.
Fantastic. Dillinger, you're up. You noticeably see this creature's flight pattern really shaky. He's having a hard time hovering. Oh my god. Roll those damages.
Finish him.
What's the total on that?
14, 21.
Your arrows smack into this creature. It's not doing well. You just see blood dripping on top of Thalia from all the holes you guys are placing into this creature. Would that be your turn?
Let's see if I made the right call here.
Dillinger, I'm sorry, was that your turn? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I was doing a thumbs up. I was eating.
No worries, no worries. Absolutely. Fight or flight, fight or flight, fight or flight. You know what? I'm doing it. Another grapple check. Fuck, only a 17.
We'll send.
Bam. Hey, you got me finally.
This creature grabs you, Thalia.
Wait, can I shield?
It's a grapple check.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's a grapple check. This creature will start flying with you in its hand straight up to its max, which is half of its movement speed because of that. 40 feet in the air, Thalia, as you currently dangle. It looks like it's getting ready to hold you there and whip its tail up to sting you.
How come Carl got only 30 feet?
Because that was a swoop. There was movement used to get there. This guy was already on top of
I
you.
feel some player bias here.
Yes, you're right. I am all about Carl as a player.
Screw Thalia.
Carl's the core of the party, dude.
All right,
Oh
Thalia.
shit, he's the chef.
Carl cooks for us.
This whole encounter is gonna make Dahlia hate Carl even more than she already does.
Thalia, you are currently hovering 40 feet in the air. Technically 45 feet in the air because he was 5 feet above you. So 45 feet in the air, and it looks like its tail is getting ready to kind of spear you. It is your turn, Thalia.
Stab it, Thalia.
I'm gonna stab it.
I'm gonna stab it with a 17. Absolutely.
Hey, 13 damage.
You stab it good and you twist the blade. It screeches in terror, and it almost immediately begins to plummet to the ground. It lets go of you, Thalia, as you go into a free fall.
It's gonna trigger my reaction. I'm gonna cast Featherfall on Thalia.
Why don't you explain how it
Yay.
looks?
I just hold out my hand, I point, and he's immediately slows down to just a nice brisk pace as he has these like black feathers just circling him.
Beautiful. Eventually, you touch down, Thalia, and look over to Eustace, acknowledging he saved your life. And that's the end of combat, and let's take our 10-minute break. So let's be back. Yeah, I noticed that. Let's come back at 50 after. We'll give you a solid 13 minutes because I got to use the restroom anyway.
So did we kill all 3 of them?
Yep.
Yeah, they're all dead.
And then we got Garsto?
And then we level. That'd
Yep.
wake
And then we level. Then we
that
level.
that'd wake me up real good. Or if a horse, a fully barded war horse came out of the ground, that'd wake me up too.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen, Talia. I hate to break it to you. That's not how war horses work.
Want in one hand and shit in the other, and tell me which one fills up faster.
I mean, I beg to differ. History has taught us in World War One, a war horse can show up randomly anywhere.
We made it.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying they can't show up randomly anywhere. What I'm
Some
saying
poor
is-
rider could have gotten clotheslined off the horse, and the horse just kept going.
God damn! Did you see Steven Spielberg's movie?
Loki rode that horse into
Watching that.
battle, and
I
the
did not
horses
watch
just
that
kept
movie.
going. You know.
Bruh, Loki's horse time frame is no.
Do what?
No, I'm talking
Oh.
about the movie War Horse, which had the same
Oh.
actor,
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston, I think his name is.
Yeah.
As,
No, but
No, it had
I was-
Benedict Cumberbatch as the captain, the guy that is Doctor Strange, not the guy that plays Loki.
No, he was in there.
You're
I
thinking of
guarantee it.
17. You're thinking of
Guarantee.
1912.
No,
No,
War Horse
it's
has-
it's in
what's his
War
face?
Horse whenever they do the cavalry charge against the German lines.
Oh, you are
it's
correct.
Benedict
You are correct.
Cumberbatch.
Yep.
Fucking
Yeah, it
show
is
you.
Cumberbatch.
He is the captain. Because Benedict Cumberbatch
Yeah, when
is
they
amazing.
when it was the first charge into the German lines and they had
Yeah,
machine
and then
guns.
they
to
run
shoot.
right
into-
there. It's
they-
right there on the internet. It says Tom Hiddleston, Captain James. Major Jamie is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay.
So they're both in it.
I was
That's
right.
What that's what I'm taking
You
away.
were
from
wrong.
I
the
was more
conversation. They're
I was
both in
more
it.
thinking of
We see that.
fucking
Okay, so they are both in it. So
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
I did it.
I was more thinking
Yeah,
of
Loki is the guy that
Norse.
actually rides the
Yeah.
war horse. Okay,
Mhm.
the horse. I can't remember its name.
Yeah. It's in that. Remember when you guys posted the I want to be in the cavalry?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a explicit picture of him doing the cavalry charge and having like the oh shit, we're just running into a line of gunfire here.
I'd like to also point out in the opening battle of World War One, the Battle of the Somme, 500 Germans died in the matter of a minute and a half from 3 Maxim machine guns.
Yeah.
In the first minute and a half of World War One, 500 soldiers died.
I like
from
to point
3
out the fact
machine
that in,
guns.
I like to point out the fact that in World War One, the Christmas truce that happened with like the British and all stuff with the Germans, when that reached high command, the Germans didn't care for it about it. The English and the French did, and then proceeded to launch bombardments and artillery every Christmas after.
Mm-hmm. And also, for about 2 weeks afterwards, they had problems with soldiers firing over the heads of each other because they didn't want to kill each other.
Yeah, because the soldiers learned like, hey, they're not
Yeah.
bad, they're not evil, they're
Hey,
mean.
listen, Hawkeye said it best in MASH that, the difference between war and hell is the fact that people that end up in hell deserve to be there. The people that die in war, except for the few brass, are innocents.
And Tolkien was
Yeah.
just hanging out somewhere in Europe at that time, just thinking of Lord of the Rings.
Hitler
shit.
lost a testicle in World War One.
I didn't need to know that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
It's also why he did
Yeah.
the Charlie Chaplin mustache, because he had a really fancy, like, German curly handlebar mustache, and then he got hit with chlorine gas, I think it was, and he couldn't get his gas mask on from it, so he was
And
furiously cutting his mustache off with a bayonet while he was suffocating on chlorine gas. And that's how he ruined the Charlie Chaplin mustache. Fun facts with a history major.
oh yeah.
George is really disappointed in me.
I'm not.
I could see that disappointment. You had the
Just
dad
imagine.
vibe.
I have other things on the brain.
Just
By the way,
imagine.
guys, I want y'all to know. So, how many of you have heard of Matt Colville's Arcadia magazine?
I know who Matt Code, that guy's name is.
Well, he has a. If you're a Patreon supporter, you get access to his Arcadia magazine for free. I have all 13 issues, and I started sending them to Frog.
You bastard.
I can't help it. Frog needs all the things.
Side note, just imagine how different
Oh, by
the world
way,
will have been if
Matt, do you want any of the things I've been sending Frog?
I mean, if you want, sure.
Okay. I'll start sending them to you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, I won't say no. I'll more pull like monsters and shit like that than like scenarios or anything on that. Because
Well, I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, but they also have things like the latest one has like different ways to use reactions. Like one of the things
oh
you
yeah,
can
no, I get you. Yeah,
One of the things you can do is a wizard could use his reaction to cast his cantrip on an arrow to give it like elemental damage or some shit like that.
gotcha.
So, alright, I'll get like a nice file for you and send it over, and you can read it and be like, ooh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Dahlia over there trying to keep awake. Been playing so many nights just playing Elden Ring.
Kinda. It's a good game, guys. I promise. It's so much better than Dark Souls.
I mean, from my understanding, people have
I
been
did
putting
like-
in 180 plus hours into the game, like
I've
after 2
also-
weeks, and still finding new areas that they have never seen.
I'm 80 hours.
But
in.
it's also bricking people's computer. Pestilli, one of the biggest Twitch streamers, who's got like a thousands of dollars gaming computer. It bricked his computer when he tried to play it.
The only way he had to have been
boosts-
overclocking and with no frame rate cap.
It's because it fucks up with interface sometimes, and it won't recognize keyboard and mouse or a controller, and it puts the game in like a death spiral and blue screens your computer.
They fixed that.
Yeah.
They fixed that like week 1.
The game's only been out for a week.
No, it hasn't. It's been out for 2 weeks now.
You know what game is
okay.
probably way better and a lot older?
What?
Witcher 3 or Witcher 3.
I never got into Witcher 3.
I never got into
like
it
the
either
Witcher
because I don't like the
universe.
main character, but I hear that game is amazing.
I like the
3
books.
is amazing. You should be playing it.
I like the books. I like the show. I don't like the game.
I love the games. I got all 3.
It's not my kind of game. It's not a true role-playing game because you're
Yes,
just
it is,
playing.
dude.
You're playing the.
You're
role
also the
of-
same one who has the issues if armor isn't realistic.
Yeah,
Elden Ring doesn't look like a role-playing game either.
it is because you get to choose what you are. But in Witcher 3, you just get to be Geralt or variations of Geralt.
Are there even any is there even any dialogue in that game? Like,
Oh,
is there
yeah.
any
There's
party
NPCs and
banter?
shit.
Like,
There's
no
this
there's
seems like a
NPCs and
solo
stuff.
adventure.
It is a soul. Well, you can co-op and have PvP stuff too.
All right, but I've seen. You said you don't like unrealistic armor, but I've seen a lot of the armor from
Yeah,
Elden
I
Rings,
mean-
and it's super, super unrealistic and anime-ish.
So the thing about it is that there are some armors that actually are like the lower level stuff that can eventually become endgame weapons, can look realistic. But for some reason, Dark Souls is able to suspend my disbelief enough to enjoy it.
So you're saying Elden Rings is Dark Souls? Got it.
Okay.
You just said Dark Souls.
I don't give a
just want
shit.
to point out I'm a naked man at level 1 with the club.
Okay, whatever. That's a good starting class because you can respec however you want to later in the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just addicted to Elder Scrolls Online.
But
Fucking hate you because of that.
You're welcome, buddy.
I fucking hate you.
I mean, hey, you decided to try and be a one-man army on Monday whenever we could have went and killed Goblin Chieftains.
I won that fight.
that reminds me of a story of how
I won that fight, good sir.
Yeah, but you could have
Even against the crab, I won the fight.
Yeah, but you didn't win the fight against the Goblin Chieftains that we could have went on up in Davin's Watch. I needed help.
So did I ever tell y'all how some players in a D&D game got banned from the shop because of a Goblin Chieftain?
What'd they do? Try and fuck it?
No. So I was a player in this game that my friend Dustin was running, and if we came across this Goblin Chieftain who was basically forcing everybody to pay him a toll to cross this bridge. And the way he wanted everybody to say his name was Boss of the Grassland Chop.
What?
What? I heard ball choking grasslands.
Boss of the Grasslands Chaw.
Boss of the grassland chaw. Okay.
Yeah.
It sounded like you said ball choking grassland.
What it sounds like. This was part of the reason they nearly got banned for it. And anytime we would say the name correctly in character speak, not with the emphasis like the goblins say it, like I just tried to say it the first time, we would be corrected and say it like that. And it became a running meme around the shop. Because other people who were playing in the room with us started saying it. Some of the other players at the table started saying it. And within 3 days, that got banned at the shop.
I can see why. All right, I'll be right back.
You got a minute.
I don't think we're gonna fight the hag today, guys.
I don't think we're gonna fight the hag tonight either.
Don't
Well, let me
worry,
put it
we
this
only
way.
have 2 more weeks of trying to deal with the hag.
Okay, let me put it this way. I am not fighting the hag today. Dillinger's not doing it.
Come on,
I'd love-
Dillinger.
I just want to fight the hag and be done with it. I'm
Between
sick
me and
of this
Dillinger,
fucking hag.
Look.
we're both fucked up, and we gotta have really no involvement with the hag.
Well,
Yeah.
that's fine if we could just get a good long rest. I don't understand why we. I don't like the new long rest system not being able to fill us up because the distance between each of us resting up is too large for us to be doing that. I'm out of hit dice. I mean,
I don't.
It's,
Yeah,
I'm
it's one of those things.
completely tapped out.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, where it's like, all right,
It
I like the
increases
idea of how
resource drain.
yeah, I like the idea of how the short rest works. It's just the long rest is a bit much with it.
Remember y'all being all for it in the beginning.
I was all
I
for
like
for the
it.
short
Yeah,
rest,
but then we're out in the wilderness for fucking, you know,
yeah,
3 weeks in a row, and we can't get back up to full on anything. It's not fun.
It's a resource drain. That's the whole point of the system.
We're not draining any resources at all,
You-
other
he's
than the
referring
ones
to
that we
the
get in
hit
order
point
to be helpful.
guys.
Hit
what
points
he's
and hit
referring
dice
to.
are a resource.
There's a
Before this,
technical
hit
pull-
dice weren't even really considered as a thing that were important. Now you look at hit dice as if they're your saving grace. That's the point of this system.
Yeah,
Wait.
but it's too hard, and his world isn't big and is too big, and we can't get up to full ever.
Okay, so here's the thing. Up until 5th edition, hit like Garner said, hit dice were not really a thing, unless you're counting like monster levels, and that's a completely different thing in 3rd edition. I think it's actually in 4th edition where they introduced the concept of the short rest, if I remember correctly.
All right, we just waiting on Asher.
Yeah. He decided to go use the bathroom a minute before we were supposed to be back.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we just jump into
I'm back.
it while we? Okay, awesome, fantastic. Fate, you're here.
Yep.
All right, so as you cleave your way, and Thalia Feather falls back down to safety, you hear the kind of tired voice of the individual who got cracked across the chest with a scorpion tail as he begins to pull himself up.
Are you okay, gentlemen?
Do me a favor and just give my walking stick, please. As he kind of hobbles on his good leg.
I kind of assist him over and pick it up for him and hand it to him.
Thank you, green guy.
Name's Grognard.
Oh,
And yours?
Garsto.
Nice to meet you, Scarred Man.
Thank you for saving me.
What are you doing out here?
I'm,
Garsto, I believe you said your name was?
Yeah, beaten. Just looking for some work.
Well,
Wrong direction.
I hate to break it to you. Beaton got attacked by a orc band, and I'm not sure if it's still there anymore.
Wait, your band? As he points to
Whose?
Grognar.
No. Well,
My ex-band. They kicked me out and I joined these people.
It's a complicated story.
So you're saying there's no work?
You can try Mirladar.
Are you good with medicine?
I'm good with my hands. I used to be quite the lumberjack in my youth, but this damn injury. I mean, this guy you're talking to right now, this Garsto, he's not a very physically attractive man in that regard. He's all cut up. He's got scars. His leg is like deformed, maybe even broken a couple of times as he begins to explain about an accident he had when he was doing some lumberjacking. Ever since my legs gave out, all I got is left is my hands. I've become quite a whittler. Was hoping to make some coin, whipping up this iron bark. I hear this iron bark is something special in this region.
Well, I hate to tell you, but Beaton's the wrong place to look for work. You could try Mirladar, though. They just got done fighting off a siege of undead, so they're probably looking for work.
What is going on with this world? Mirladar, what about Bestow? Is Bestow okay?
I don't know anything about Bestow. Looking him over, does he have any, like, bad wounds on him from the attack?
No, he probably has a decent bump on his head, probably from the fall.
Oh, I just didn't know if he needed any healing, was my main question.
I guess, what was his name again?
Garsto.
Garsto. Would you happen to know how far away from Beaton we are?
Huh. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was hoping he could tell me, as once again, his voice is very harsh. Think of like a smoker of 50 years kind of a voice.
Oh, yeah. Not that voice.
Are you heading that way?
Yeah, we're gonna go check it out and see if we can track down the band and some other stuff.
Were you out here all by yourself with that leg?
Yeah, I like to try to get as much exercise in this leg as possible.
Are you stupid?
Jesus, Thalia. Like, what the hell, Thalia? You've been kind of an asshole here lately. You're being mean to the new guy. You're being mean to out of character. I just forgot fucking Eustace's guy's name. What is
Carl.
Carl Winslow,
Yeah.
Call of Duty Black Ops.
it? You've been mean to Carl? What the fuck is your deal, Thalia? Like, you're being rude to people that are helping us. Carl makes food for us. And you're being rude to this guy that we just saved. What the fuck is your deal?
Did you say food? Oh boy. I can go for a good meal if you have something to spare.
Yeah, we can spare some food.
Yeah. We got
Thalia's just gonna do this number.
Running away doesn't solve your problems, Thalia.
I beg to differ.
Garsto begins to kind of hobble his way. He leans onto this walking stick, which is nothing more than a gnarled branch that seems to be like sanded off at the top into a ball. And he's kind of, you could see he's really leaning into it when he walks.
I'd offer him my shoulder and ask him if he'd like some assistance.
No. A man's got to do what a man's got to do. I got this. Thank you.
I can understand that. And I'll kind of keep pace with him and just make small talk. Ask him where he's from originally and everything.
Oh, from the east side of the Whitestone. Originally, cutting logger, hit the top of the river there, chuck it into the water. It's one of the major exports there from the eastern side. Found my way here, and that's when the accident happened. That was some 4 or 5 years ago, roughly. Where are you from?
All right.
Once again, Smoker's voice.
Yeah. I'm from a small town up to the north, kind of where the dwarves and the Empire's lands kind of meet. Yeah, a little small town there. Really didn't even have a name. There's about 150 people that lived there. We mostly did trading in furs and wild game.
Oh.
There was a main highway that ran close enough by that we could do some merchant trading, and I got on with a mercenary group actually to make some extra money for the family.
Interesting. What was the name of this group? Judging by your clothing, was it something about wolves?
Thalia screams from the cart, "Meet and greet on the way." If she could be honking the horn, she would be.
Ash was just going to shake his head. Yeah, I was with the group called the Iron Wolves.
Oh, I'm sure I've ran into one or two. Are they still around?
Mm, whenever I left them about going on 3 months ago now, they were still active and everything.
It's quite a party, but did someone say food? I don't mean to be rude, but man, I could eat my own gnarled leg right now if I could.
Yeah, I'm sure Carl can whip something up for us once we get back to the wagon, as I'm pointing
Hey,
it out to him as
Carl!
we walk.
Carl, what's for dinner?
I'm gonna cook up that cabbage and carrots. Make us a decent stew.
Sounds
Do
good.
you know how to cook dragon?
I'm not proficient in it, but I'm sure I could figure something out. Would you care for some chunks?
I've never tried dragon, but after, they tried to eat us. Let's eat them back.
They weren't.
It's
dragons,
only
you
fair.
idiot.
Carl.
To Asher, they're fucking dragons, okay?
Carl.
They
Jumps
got
out.
scales and wings.
Carl jumps out with the attempt to harvest some sort of meat from them. And the
Carl, I cannot guarantee this cart will be here when you get back.
Thalia, shut the fuck up. It'll be here.
My dear lady, would it be okay if I took a seat on the inside? My leg sure does hurt something fierce.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. You'll have to excuse our rude and armored friend. She's kind of a bitch lately.
As Garsto hops in,
Thalia kind of holds up her sword and kind of gives you an angled glare through her helmet.
Asher pats his short sword and looks right back at you.
Okay, Sundari.
as Garsto hops in the back, he notices the kitten and kind of pulls his leg and it kind of nails into the kitten a little bit, pushing it to the side. Oh,
Hey,
you have a beast
hey.
back here!
Told you.
Watch the cat. That's my pet. His name is Jaeger. He's friendly.
Ah,
If you kick him again, we'll have problems.
mangy
What'd I say,
beast.
Asher?
I can't believe you keep these things.
Yeah.
You know what this
Okay.
is, right?
Yeah, I know what it is. It's a saber-toothed tiger, and it's my pet.
Well, good luck when it
Uh,
begins to feed on its own.
We'll see about that. Don't kick it again, or we're really gonna have problems, buddy.
You act like I can control this thing. The nerves on it are dead, and he kind of starts poking at it. Haven't felt nothing in this leg for years.
Well, watch where you're swinging it, then, at least.
Sorry.
Trying to be nice, but you know.
Well, yeah, I wasn't aware you carry saber tooth. My apologies, okay?
If you don't like it, you're free to walk.
No. I think it's comfortable back here. After all, I could... Walking this long, I'd rather sit. Thank you, though.
Jaeger will, kind of hiss at him a little bit and go to his corner.
Dente will go join Jaeger in the corner, just messing with him.
There's just ink blotches on the fucking cat. I love it. It's great.
All right. After about 15, 20, there are some dragon flanks. Bloody and not really cut with much care, but there are flanks that Carl, begins to kind of chop up as we get a move on. During the course heading south, so I must ask, out of curiosity, why are you heading to this town that you claim is overtaken by, no offense, greenskins?
That's a long story.
Let's just say we owe it to the people there
Yeah, they.
to find out what we can about the band of orcs that attacked them. We
They-
gotta kill a witch that's in the area.
A witch?
Yeah.
What do you
Like I
mean?
said, it's a long story.
Tell me about this witch.
It normally
Um,
takes the guise of a beautiful elven woman with black hair.
she used to have a sister, but we cut her head off.
Sister took the guise of an elven woman, a beautiful elven woman with blonde hair.
Yeah, they lived in this weird tree thing. Once they dropped their disguise, fairly hideous. Like, made you look like a solid 9.5. Yeah,
I mean,
you're
yeah,
rough.
Grogner, you could absolutely make a check, sure. I mean, you eye this individual up and down. When you hear, head cut off, you could see visibly that this person was like, oh, like, ew, that's gross. But, he's very scarred up on the side of the face. His hair is salt and pepper, black, but wiry white from time to time. It's very uneven, and for lack of a better term, it's very matted and ugly. The leg is misshapen. Although it's covered, you can clearly see that this individual's leg seems to be bummed at this moment. Garsto, while all this is being explained to Garsto would look at you and kind of look at you, and he'll squint. What are you looking for?
You seem very keen on finding things out. Apologies if I thought you might be someone who means harm towards my friend's group and might have been using an illusion to mask yourself. She is known to be able to use illusions and hide. I once watched her do such a thing.
That's
Apologies for my transgression.
So I don't get it. You guys normally harass your guests. I don't get it. You came to my rescue. Why don't you just let me die?
Honestly, this is.
Do you really want to question the ones who saved you?
I merely am questioning the hospitality. I mean no harm.
I am what the humans call an asshole. I am much different than the rest.
He is a dick. We have 2 assholes. We're a very rare breed. Having 2 sphincters.
Where's Asher at in all this?
I'm at the back of the cart talking to him.
Thalia tosses a look over her shoulder at you.
I don't
Hey,
care. You've been an asshole for like 3 weeks. Like, I don't care.
Gary's just shaking his head. It's like this is a recent development. I'm not sure how things spiraled to this. Dear God.
Their eye.
As you turn your head to kind of say your 2 cents on that matter, Kane, Garsto would definitely acknowledge your missing ear. What happened there?
It got cut off.
Was it you lose a bet? Or did someone take it?
I mean, you just saw us fight dragons for you. You can lose stuff in this line of work.
Listen, I'm a monster hunter. Trust me, I'm surprised that these scars in this ear are all that's gone for me.
You ask a lot of questions, man.
If you'd prefer to sit in uncomfortable silence, all you need to do is but ask.
Please. Thalia chimes in from the front.
I'm gonna walk up to the front and talk to Thalia. Thalia, let's take a walk. We need to talk.
We can talk once the hag is dead.
We need to talk now. You're causing a problem with the party.
Currently, the only problem I see is that we're still here and we're not where we need to be.
You're being a dick. You're being rude to Carl, whose only thing he's done for us is make us food.
And be a burden.
He's not a burden. He cooks for us. None of us know how to cook. He makes food for us. He provides.
I don't need
we've all tried cooking. All of our cooking sucks. Carl is great. He pulls his weight. Yeah, he doesn't fight, but he pulls his weight by making food and making sure we have food in our bellies and are sustained to fight. You've been a really snappy and dickish to everybody. Like, I get that you want to fight the hag. I want to fight the hag too, and I want to kill the bitch. But that doesn't mean you can be an asshole to everybody else.
Seems to me like I'm the only one who has this goal in mind, and it's at the forefront of my entire.
then what the fuck do you think the rest of us are doing? We're literally on a path to go fight her. You're acting like you're the only righteous avenger here to go fight this lady. Like, we're all headed that direction. You don't have to belittle all of us. You're not the only one with this objective. We just realize we can't snap our fingers and be there like you think we can.
Shakes her head and just kind of snaps the reins, and the cart lurches forward a little bit. And
I cast Speak with Animals once a day for free and tell the goat to stand still until I tell him to move. And he likes me because I scratch his horn where he likes it. Because I can do that once a day for free.
Which horn are you scratching?
His right horn, right behind it, right where like the horn meets the base of the skull, he really likes when you scratch right there.
just imagine
I'm
Asher's got like Asher's
I have
got
one hand scratching this goat's ear as I cast this spell.
got like a sticky note.
As like you say that,
likes to be scratched.
it's like you talk about that Dillinger kind of goes and it's like
Asher sees it with his passive and just kind of like gives a nod of understanding.
Carl, in the midst of this conversation, Carl would interrupt and say, "Stew's ready."
He's been
Thanks,
cooking
Carl.
in the back of the cart while we're going.
Let's eat.
No, we're not moving. We've been sitting.
Oh, I
here.
thought we were going. I thought
Yeah,
that was.
I was under the impression that we were moving, but it was like
Yeah.
a slow pace because of everything that's going on.
Yeah, I thought we were all just standing there because Carl said he was going to cook food for us.
Yeah, he cooks in the cart because fantasy world.
Okay.
So
He's got sunstone or sun rods.
But yeah,
in the
now
back.
if the goat listens to me, we're not moving until I tell it to.
sure, you want me an animal handling check with advantage because you can speak to the guy or the thing. Double ones.
Get roll 20 to work.
Nat 20.
Is it showing up for y'all?
Negative.
I don't see it yet.
Oh, I'm not even looking.
Yep.
Nope. I see nothing. I see Grognard's investigation.
yeah, I see his investigation though. My connection with it dropped. I need a refresh roll 20.
Rip.
Sit down. Lay down. Lay down.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's your connection. My shit's working fine.
Yeah, the only thing.
Here, I'm just gonna do a test
Rip.
roll real quick.
Yeah, I see it.
Damn, that's a good investigation too.
I don't have the investigation popping on my end. I still just have Grog's thing.
See it.
Nevertheless, as you tell the goat to halt in lieu of the conversation, the goat will just listen to you and begins to slow down a little bit as it recognizes your voice. The jolt of stop sends Garsto kind of not careening forward, but he clearly loses his balance under his bum leg and kicks over the big barrel of stew as it spills all over Carl.
Sorry, I lost connection for like my whole thing shit out for a second.
The
I'm
goat-
getting everything pulled back up.
The goat stopped. The stew got kicked over by Garsto accidentally.
As if the universe was on my side, Garsto and Carl have both become a mess right now. So,
From
That's
your
my
actions.
Excuses for being an asshole.
Garsto will lean forward. Oh, let me help. I'm sorry. As you see him starting to kind of use his hands and shovel of these chunks of meat and carrots and cabbage kind of back into the pot. Do you have any more water? I can get you more water.
as far as Thalia is reacting to Asher forcibly stopping the cart, she's going to. Asher, are you like walking beside the front of the cart while I'm driving it, or what's
Well,
what's
right
your?
now I'm up by the goat's head because I just was scratching its ear. But
So
Yeah, you're not
So
going
she's-
fast.
she's going to get down and she's going to storm directly up to you and get right up in your face.
We're the same height, so it's great. I just
Okay.
stand there and look you down.
All right, here comes the penis measuring contest.
Are we going to have
Thalia
a
is at a
problem,
severe
Asher?
disadvantage.
Is she though? I don't know about
You're
that.
the one being an asshole to everybody. We all realize we need to hunt this hag down, but you're the only one letting it drive a wedge between all of us.
She.
Well said, Kane.
God damn it. She.
Kane,
Kane say,
Bardic, I think he has in DM inspiration. Does Kane get a DM inspiration?
No.
I'm just voicing what we've all been saying for the past 3 sessions since now he's been being a dick.
Yeah, but y'all
So-
two have been.
So
I'm not saying that she ain't being a dick, but y'all two seem to be going at it in particular.
Well, it's
D-
gotta
d-
come to a head eventually, and no one else was gonna say anything.
Dillinger's just gonna be back in the back of the cart playing with Jaeger and Pente going, "It's okay, mommy and daddy are just having a fight."
While mommy and daddy are having the fight, which we're gonna get to in the RP context,
Okay.
The
I
Carl,
do have a-
Carl and Garsto. So Garsto starts grabbing some of Carl's servingware, the bowls, and he's starting to fill up the bowls and handing them out to everyone that's in proximity. So Grog, you're gonna eat some of this too. That's fine. It's delicious, even though it's not as liquidy as it once was. It's delicious. Enough of it was saved. There's a stain in the cart, but you know it's delicious.
No, it doesn't.
Oh yeah, presentation. Yeah, or
I'll,
thaumaturgy, whatever.
I'll take a bowl. Yeah.
Okay, you take a bowl. Fantastic. Anybody, Dillinger, you gonna eat some?
Sure.
What about you, fucking
Eustace
Eustace?
is gonna grab some chow.
All right. All right. As 2 additional bowls are being prepped for Thalia and Asher, who are outside the cart, go ahead and converse.
Thalia, in response, what'd you say last? I've already forgotten.
Something about having sex.
No,
that was me.
that wasn't an actual in-game thing.
I had asked why you were being such an asshole that you think you're the only one on this quest to kill this hag, and that none of us are doing anything to help with it. Whenever we're all trying to accomplish the same goal, and that you're driving a wedge between everybody in the party.
The actor makes a really good point. I'm having a hard time coming up with an argument with it.
Because so far, you've been a dick to Carl. You've been a dick to all of us. I can understand why you've been a dick to Grognar. When we went up to that village, or to that house, we were supposed to talk to them. You even agreed
Devils,
to talk to them.
brush teeth and get ready for bed. I want you in bed by
And
10:30.
instead you attacked her. And then started a whole ordeal there that spiraled out of control. And we damn near had to kill a child.
If you don't
think
like-
Order would have smiled upon that. Oathbreaker Paladin.
No.
Killing a 12-year-old child?
Nah. Child was evil, clearly.
You don't blame the child for the sins of the
Yeah, the father was undead, so what does that make it?
But anyways, that's what Asher would have said.
Okay. Thalia, not having a smarter argument, is going to
Asher's 10 intelligence
Push you.
comes in handy sometimes.
push you and say, if you don't like the way I do things,
Yeah.
what are you going to do about it?
Oh god.
Seriously? Is that even more of a wedge between this group? This is what I'm talking about, Thalia. You're going off half-cocked, and trying to attack me now just because I'm calling you out on your bullshit. You talk about being this holy warrior, high and mighty bitch, and instead you're being an asshole.
I never made that claim.
Yes, you have. You're always talking about how you're a holy woman and it's your holy order. You made that whole damn argument at the house.
Are you? Hold on. I can't fucking think.
Or are you mad because we're not
Comebacks.
following you around like your damn fucking cult back in Mirladar? And just, yes, milady. Yes, Thalia. Would you rather us be a bunch of yes men, or do you want someone to hold you accountable for your actions?
Why you gotta pluck strings like that, man? Why you gotta do that? I don't know what to say. I'm too tired to think of like good comebacks for this argument.
As you stutter, or at least you kind of you have this moment of silence. It creates a break in the argument enough for Carl to hand out 2 bowls. At least, guys, dinner.
Thanks for making dinner, Carl. I really appreciate it. I will eat later. Could you make sure Jaeger gets fed for me, though, please?
Absolutely.
I really appreciate your hard work for this group. You do make a difference.
My lady.
Thalia is just gonna scoff at you and go zzz.
And you just haul ass away?
Yeah, she's storming away.
Running from your problems only make them worse, Thalia. We need to talk about this.
She's gonna throw a fucking
That's rich.
sacred flame at his feet.
At his feet. A thwip of holy fire just kind of singes the ground about 6 inches in front of you.
You need to work on your aim, and then I'll go back to the end of the cart. She pushed me, okay? I can at least be a snarky bastard.
Grognar is laughing his ass off while eating.
Since it was just like 2 seconds ago, and you kind of come back into the cart, you hungry now?
Yes, thank you, Carl. I do really appreciate it. And I'll take the bowl and go sit down by Dillinger and Jaeger and stuff.
As everyone eats. Thalia.
This is why you big chief.
Thalia.
Call me that, Grog.
I was panicking because my miniature didn't show up at the side of the table. And I realized that you put a floor down here now, so now it shows up way the fuck down here.
Oh, yeah. So, Thalia, you storm off as you hear Asher's voice kind of fade away behind you as you continue to walk. Tree foliage. Good night, buddy. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? The tree foliage, as you're walking into the woods, it gets thicker. At this point, it's now nighttime. There is enough moonlight that you can see the canopy tops, but it's just not enough moonlight to really shine through the leaves to give you decent visibility of where you're stepping as you crunch through some debris in the ground, some foliage. You're welcome to you have light cantrip, right?
I do, but she is not casting it.
Okay, so you want to just not necessarily walk blind, but I think the metaphor still stands.
Yeah.
Okay. You crunch through. Let's have some fun with this.
Clearly, very recklessly.
Clearly, absolutely.
Yep.
You find yourself kind of careening into a bush, and you like, get the fuck off from me, and you kind of push through. I almost punched my son in the face. I love you, buddy. Sweet dreams. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? This is right here. Thank you.
His name is John Cena.
You saw that, right? I almost fucking elbowed him in the face.
Honey, we gotta take our son to the hospital real quick.
You hear branches just kind of squeak over your kind of your plate, as you continue to push through. You have a moment of thought as you continue to storm away. What's in your head, Thalia?
She's wondering why she's staying with this group. They don't seem to be as solely focused on getting this revenge that she's feeling.
In the darkness, as you're walking, your haste and pace slows down just a tad. You step into what feels like a squishy stream as some cold water kind of goes over your feet. It's not deep by any stretch, but maybe some sort of creek or something that you kind of stormed through. You didn't see it at first. It's cold at first, but water, whatever. As your foot comes out, you hear the splash. You hear a voice. Deserting them, huh? I guess they're just not for you.
Ah.
Bitch.
She's gonna. What? What'd you say? I didn't hear it.
Said, gotcha, bitch.
You must be brave, walking through these woods all by yourself.
She's gonna pull out her sword and
What do you plan to do with that pig sticker?
Is it the hag?
Well, you hear a voice in the woods. It's dark out.
Yeah, but I think I'd remember the voice that raped me, you know?
Sure.
You mean sure? That's
Sure.
not
It's a voice in the dark.
Okay. Can I attempt to figure out where it's coming from?
Sure. You roll me perception. If you roll over a 15, I'll give you a generalized direction, northeast, southwest.
That's not a 15.
It echoes through the trees, and it's difficult to discern specifically which angle it's coming from. In fact, in many ways, it kind of sounds like as it's talking in different areas.
Every time she's gonna be kind of doing the changing directions thing, trying to triangulate where it's coming from.
You have no faith in your party, and that's what's gonna kill you. You owe me souls. Bless you.
The only souls you're going to get, or no, sorry, let me rephrase that. I can't think.
Caleb needs cocaine.
Caleb needs some caffeine is what he needs.
Me too.
Why don't you show yourself, and I'll show you some souls right here.
I got your fucking souls right here. No,
Think of it in a cooler, less cliche way than what
no,
I just
got
said.
you.
Nah, I thought you did the crotch grab.
And
It's
what
like,
do you
I got it
think?
up here.
And what do you think you, as weakened as you are, can do to me? Nothing. You're nothing. You're useless. And by the way I've been seeing it, practically godless.
Damn. That's fired.
It was a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
He's going to sling a sacred flame into the bushes.
Sure, it creates a channel of light, but all you see is bush and tree bark into the distance, and it eventually fades away. You can't even control your emotions. You just shoot blindly. You're nothing. You'll be an easy harvest. I might turn you into a potion.
Come get it.
Oh, I will. As soon as I deal with your pig friends. A bunch of swines they are.
Show yourself. Let's have it out right here, right now.
You want me to show myself? I'll show myself to you. Please hold.
Oh God.
No, 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 no!
At this moment, Thalia realized her alligator mouth had just overloaded her hummingbird ass.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, Thalia.
I'm good at those.
Are you?
I'll roll
I
die.
am. I'm very good at those.
Oh shit.
I see.
Oh, you are good at those.
I see your wits are still strong. But I'll grace you with the face of your demise as you see two beady red eyes in some bushes. It's still dark. I hear some background noise. I don't know who that is. As you see these two red eyes begin to kind of like slinking forward with a limp. And you see Garsto pushing out of the bushes. Shit. Good night.
I'm going to bed.
I fucking knew it.
She's been known to do illusions before.
As he stands up,
yeah.
he throws out the walking stick, kicks his legs straight. Well, I'm here. What are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna make this easy for me? You're gonna charge? He's about 30 feet away, so you can charge forward and swing if you wish.
Sure. Why not?
Oh no.
All right.
Oh, he does.
She's angry. She's reckless, and
With a
Thought it was
16.
secure with the barbarian.
Asher, you didn't do a very good job of calming her down.
I wasn't trying to. I was trying to get you to talk. Instead, you ran away from your problems like a child.
With a 16, as you're charging forward, what the fuck did I name this prick? Garsto.
Gustavo.
Garsto flings his hand in the air, and as he flings his hand in the air, her true form manifests in a wall of ice, see-through ice. It's like clean, clear ice. Puts a barrier as you kind of bop into this wall of ice. You're weak, and your day will come sooner than you think. But right now, I have a few things I want to take care of first. We will meet again, I promise you. Then I'll turn you into something useful, not just useless piece of shit I see in front of me. The wall shatters and blows up into ice shards everywhere. It kind of pushes you back onto your ass about 5 feet. And when you kind of sit back up and come to, you don't see the hag in front of you anymore.
I fucking called it.
Well,
Man, I kind of figured. I had no. Kane had no reason to be like, "Oh, this is very suspicious."
What are you gonna do, Thalia?
he's gonna start thaumaturgying her voice,
Okay.
saying just kind of screaming, basically, get back here and let's finish this right now, kind of jabs at her.
I envision like a scene from I Know What You Did Last Summer, like, I'm here! I'm here! And you just hear this voice just echo back at you, your own words. In fact, it's loud enough that you scare some of the local wildlife, and they kind of scurry away.
Is Garsto still eating with us?
Oh no, this is not even a thing anymore.
She's gonna kind of collapse down on one knee and kind of grits her teeth, trying to hold back all the anger and emotion, trying to recenter herself, but it's not really working.
Your knee hits the ground with a squish as the earth here is a little on the moist side. In fact, you kneel like directly in a little bit of a moss patch and it just kind of squishes like a sponge. A little bit of moisture gets into your knee.
He's is it like raining right now, or is it just the
No,
stream
it's just
that was by?
moist because
Okay.
you're right next to the stream. Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna need to take some time to collect herself.
How much time do you wish to take?
Uh, what would that be?
10 years.
We'll do 1d10. No. 1d20 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes it looks like.
Okay. You take your 5 minutes, and the crickets begin to chirp again. Quick, 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 quick. Quick, 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 quick.
And she's gonna start heading back in the direction she believes camp is.
I was
You know.
waiting for the bass to drop with Frog's dubstep intro right there.
As you trail back through the dark, the lantern inside the cart is something as a guide. You find your way back. You know, you're only walking away 10, 15 minutes tops. You came back, you know. You hear a very odd noise. You're about 40, 50 feet away, and you hear like, I don't know if you can hear me. Let me try this.
I don't like it.
Yeah, sounds like some good head.
Giving us that Garbage 2000.
This is why I don't have
A grapefruit technique.
She's gonna kind of tighten her grip on her sword and warily start making her way back, or continue making her way back.
As you make your way back, Eustace, what clothes are you wearing right now?
Yeah, just black outfit, cloak.
Like cloak and robes?
Mm-hmm.
They're a pile on the floor, Thalia.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Kane, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing my coat.
Oh no,
and-
is she gonna take our 3 new companions as payment?
What are
The
you
ones who weren't.
What are you wearing, Kane? I'm sorry.
I mean, pretty much what my character's wearing.
Okay. It's all a pile on the floor.
Yeah.
Dillinger, what were you wearing?
Same thing. What my model has.
Pile on the floor. Grognar, you're practically nude already, but whatever you are holding on to that covers your
Well,
nut cup.
I have half plate and a shield.
Never mind. They're on the floor. Asher, same as you.
Same as, yeah, my model.
They're on the floor. As you kind of look around, give me a perception check, Thalia.
Is my book also there?
Yes, your book is on the floor.
Oh no.
9.
With a 9 perception, you know, you were gone half hour at least. You look at the ground and you see little hoof prints everywhere.
Hoof prints everywhere.
In fact, let me find a picture.
Oh boy.
We've been turned into pigs.
Oh god.
Now, here's the question. Is this an illusion just in her head, or are we actually pigs?
What's in your head? In your head.
Go ahead.
They're definitely not zombies, but
Zombie.
that's what the hoof prints look like, and they seem to be everywhere, and like 5 or 6 trails of them.
Caleb's pretty sure those are pig feet, but Thalia, I feel like she'd know, but should I do a survival check or nature?
Nature's fine.
Ugh.
I mean, they're small. I mean, they're not that big either, right? They're maybe like
2 inch.
it's like no bigger than this Bic lighter in length.
Okay. All right.
We're small pigs.
Are they all? Well, they're clearly not nearby. can I hear them or try to?
Oh, you hear noises, and they seem to be.
Oh,
in
I
the
do?
Yeah, they're not that far. You hear noises in the
Oh.
bushes and stuff around this area.
Oh, okay, I understand. I'm gonna go over to the bushes.
You make your way to the bush, and you kind of open it up, and this creature jumps out at you with its flat nose, and it basically bumps into you, pushes it, puts you kind of, as you're squatting, kind of puts you off guard a little bit. You kind of quickly fall to your ass as this creature's just on top of you. It's not mauling you, it's not attacking you, but as it's squealing, it turns its head and squeals, and you notice it's missing an ear.
I have a question. Is the cat still there? Did the cat turn into a pig too?
We'll get there.
God
Okay.
damn it.
She's
Cat's
gonna.
eating Asher.
God. Oh, that's so bad.
You really want me to kill Grognard, don't you? You really want me to accidentally shoot him in the dick.
What did I do? I did nothing wrong.
Rub
You look-
yourself in my backstory
you look-
and kill my friends.
You look to your left, Thalia, and you see another pig coming out of the bushes and has, two fangs that kind of protrude upwards, like a lower jaw fang. Another one to your right, which has a very pinkish flesh color, has two horns coming off its top as well, and its tail is not like a typical pigtail. It actually has like a legitimate tail with I don't know if you have a spade on the end of your tail, Dillinger. But
I'll go with a spade.
sure,
I'll go with a spade.
a little fucking piggy spade.
Piggy
This pig just has a bunch of scars.
Yeah, dude, and that was the next one to go. So next to the next pig you would find if you continue to search would be one covered in scars, but there's an itty bitty pig right next to him.
God damn you! Now you just have a temper tantrum, and now I lost my pet, and I'm a pig.
You poked the bear. Just saying.
No.
None of us poked the
saying.
bear. You poked the bear.
There seems to be one pig who has his head in a knapsack filled with carrots, munching away.
Fucking
It's
Carl.
Carl.
Fucking Carl. She is horrified,
God, no.
and she's going to kind of crawl back, in a mixture of fear and
Confusion?
what's the other one? Yeah. Confusion sounds good.
You make your way back to the cart to kind of at least put two and two together. Like, clearly you recognize some of these features. As you look into the cart, you see bowls and spoons kind of thrown to the floor as if they were dropped sporadically around. You see the kettle or whatever was holding, is tipped to the side and it kind of spilled out a little bit. You actually see like feline footprints wet in the back of the cart, and every step it takes, it slowly turns into a pig footprint.
Oh God.
How long are we pigs for?
Does
May never know.
Does Thalia hyperventilate?
You tell me, does Thalia hyperventilate?
She might.
As you are alone.
I think she is gonna have a little panic attack. Yeah.
Sure.
Good, because I'm having one too. So
Asher's squealing up a storm.
Someone has never read the Odyssey.
Well, I have.
I have.
But the Odyssey doesn't exist in this world.
In fact, you know what? Here's actually an imagery I would like to partake in real quick here. So I'm going to put a scene here. As you're putting two and two together and Thalia begins to kind of lose a little bit of composure and she starts to shake a little bit and is in the process of an anxiety attack or a panic attack, the camera, because there's only one lantern, right, inside the cart, and the camera's going to pull vertically, like above the tree line, like making it like a zoom out effect as this, oh my God, kind of panic is going on as all these pigs are just kind of encircling you around. and kind of pulls back behind the cloud cover. And the cloud cover is shining in blue moonlight. I think that imagery is a great place to stop. I know it's a little on the earlier side, but I think that's a great
We still got
segue.
20 minutes.
We got 15 minutes. And I guarantee 3.5 hours. I don't always guarantee 4 hours. So,
Good place to end it.
I think thematically that's a great place to end it. Because I don't know how else I can...
Oh man.
I don't like ending it here, but yes, it's a good place to end it. Fuck! I thought we were gonna meet a cool NPC.
So I'm gonna role play. I'm gonna practice role playing pig during the week, so that
Yes.
I'll have my oinks and squeals down packed. So
Well,
that
Thalia, you get a whole bunch of new
Oh, yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good time.
you guys can finally call Grognar an actual pig.
Oh
Ah.
Jesus!
So I hope tonight was enjoyable. Hopefully,
had fun.
Hopefully we woke Thalia up a little bit.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
I
so.
do apologize for that. I'm
Hey,
tired.
everyone has their things, dude. Honestly, I've been holding a. Actually, let me kill the stream first. 1 second.
Hey, at least you don't fall asleep during sessions.